Ladies and gentlemen, here they are, the 2013 edition of the Downingtown High School East Campus Blue and Gold Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up for the 2013 edition of the Downingtown High School East Campus Blue and Gold Marching Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you help us to honor the United States of America and stand and remove your hats as the combination Downingtown East and West Marching Band plays our national anthem.
Are you ready?
Audio check. Audio check.
And this is Greg Holt here with Mikey down at Kottmeyer Stadium down in Downingtown, PA. Mikey, what do you think of this game so far? Just a quick minute here.
I think this is always the biggest game of the season for the Chestmont region. It's no matter how the teams are doing, the spotlight is on this game because it's two prominent programs with such a great history.
Yeah, there's a great history here. And right now we're just going to send you off to a nice commercial break, and we'll be back to lead you up to this game in the playoffs.
Many people know Chester County to be an exciting and vibrant community, and it truly is. But here is just a glimpse of what some people are facing.
You may be surprised to know that in our county, over 600 people slept in shelters or on the street last night, and hundreds more live in substandard, overcrowded homes.
Did you know that 30% of all school-aged children in our community are overweight or obese?
Students who can't read on grade level by 3rd grade are 4 times less likely to graduate by 19 than a child who does read proficiently by that time. 1 in 7 4th graders in Chester County do not read at a proficient level.
Did you know that in last year, 3,200 women and dependent children received services at the Domestic Violence Center of Chester County?
United Way of Chester County funds programs that can help. Our caring supporters have allowed us to be the proud funder of hundreds of programs providing solutions for those in need.
Looking to advertise your business? Well, 3ctvlive.com would like to welcome you, the business community, to advertise on our Game of the Week Chestmont League for 3ctvlive.com. Please contact Al Ray Johnson of 3CTV Live at 610-306-9492. Again, 3ctvlive.com welcomes the business community to advertise live on Game of the Week Chestmont League.
At United Way, we believe that poverty, lack of quality education, and poor health is preventable. In education, United Way of Chester County helps at-risk youth achieve school success. We support programs that prepare students to succeed in elementary school and later grades, engage young adults to successfully transition from school to work life, and build the capacity of parents and caregivers. And in Healthy Living, United Way of Chester County helps people overcome obstacles to good health and independent living. We support basic health coverage and preventable care that helps children, seniors, and disabled residents live a productive and socially active life. And in financial independence, United Way of Chester County helps families break the cycle of poverty. We fund programs that can help people develop basic skills to achieve greater financial stability through increased financial literacy and access to affordable housing.
Your Downingtown East Cougars.
And this is Greg Hall back here in Kottmeyer Stadium. Right now, we're just going to briefly tell you about the next 2 weeks that will be with Downingtown West. They are one win away from clinching a spot into the playoffs between this week and next week. Mike, can you tell us about the next 2 weeks?
Yeah, if they can get the win against their bitter rival, which is obviously their goal, they're going to make the playoffs. However, if they should fall tonight, they play their old rival, the Coatesville Red Raiders. If they win that game, they'll be in the playoffs. If they can win both, it'll give them a better positioning, get a higher seed, play a lower-rated team. Now, for Downingtown East, maybe one of the surprises of the Chestnut, they're not making the playoffs last year. After being the #1 seed in the district last season, they will not make the playoffs this year. But I'm pretty sure that beating their crosstown rivals is going to make it not as bad of a season in their minds.
Yeah, definitely. You mentioned about their crosstown rivals. This has only been played for 11 years so far, but it's only been played 9 times in those 11 years. And Downingtown East is winning right now. The overall score is 5-4 on the side of Downingtown East, I should say. Mikey, tell us about this game tonight, what we should expect from this game.
Well, last year's game, just real quick, was a 35-21 victory by Downingtown East. So last year they were led by a star quarterback, star wide receiver, and a talented running back. Right now they just have the running back in Riley Angeline. Downingtown West, they're not the biggest team, they're not the fastest team, but they're one of the toughest teams around. And they have a great running back in Mitch Molesky. They also have a very talented quarterback in Nick Pagel. Pagel's actually the top-rated quarterback in all of Chestmont. Now, he only has 55 pass attempts this year, but he's got 7 touchdowns to just 2 interceptions. So he knows how to take care of the ball when he actually is throwing it. But this is a team that does like to run the ball.
Yeah, both teams like to run the ball. Downingtown West is a little bit of both. Downingtown East is more of just a running team. Their quarterback is not as strong. But what do you see from this game tonight? What do you think how the size will come into play?
Size is important, but I remember a couple years ago they were selling T-shirts for Downingtown West that says it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. So Downingtown West might not be the bigger team, but they've shown heart all year. They've been undersized in pretty much every game they've played in this year. So I don't know if the size is going to be as big of a deal. If they can take care of the football and play how they've been those last 5 weeks, which they've all won every game, then I think they'll be the successful team tonight. Downingtown East, Riley Angeline gets going, they can force some turnovers. That's going to be their keys to victory.
Yeah, definitely. Downingtown East is coming off a win, the back-to-back wins against Avongrove and Bishop Shanahan. Both wins were pretty big. Avongrove was a blowout win, and Bishop Shanahan was a little bit closer by 12 points.
Although they had the bad home loss earlier this year to Westchester East. Westchester East is a better team than they've been in the past. But looking at the schedule at the beginning of the season, the Cougars had to think they were going to have a victory coming out of that game. And for Downingtown West, they've really been in the shadow of Downingtown East these last few years. So this year, coming in with the team that they knew was undersized, they have to be very impressed with how they played this year. And I know Coach Milano, thinks a lot of these kids. And if they can get the win tonight, that's just going to, cement the great season they've had.
Yeah, if Downingtown West can win here tonight, that'll take them to 6-3 overall record. Or, I'm sorry, 7-2 overall record. And then they'll go in the next week's game against Coatesville for really the battle of first place in the Chestmont division. The Chestmont has been very competitive this year with a lot of the teams close. And it looks like Downingtown East will be receiving the first half kickoff.
And just to talk more about this game, it's huge for the community. I mean, I actually had to go to both schools before they split. I was here for the first game. I know how much it meant to everybody from both sides each school. The teachers get into it. Everybody gets into it. And Coach Milano actually said this game is always a showcase of all that's good about high school football. Great rival, huge crowd, an amazing scholastic atmosphere. Playing in that kind of atmosphere is always an amazing experience. And I've looked forward to this game every year since it started, broadcasting it, coming as a fan. Always a great game.
And Downingtown East is the blue and gold. Just to clarify, in Downingtown West, the Whippets are in the pure white jerseys. As they're about to kick off here, we're going to see if they kick it off deep. Hopefully there's a big return.
It's left to right on your computer screens.
It's a little bit of a short kick, and it goes out of bounds. And you just cannot do that in football at all anymore. You can't kick it out of bounds. That's a penalty on the kicking team.
Yeah, we said if Downingtown West plays disciplined football, they're going to probably be the victors tonight. That's going to help make up for the size advantage. Right away, there's a penalty. However, sometimes that isn't always a bad way to start if they have a great return game, which Downingtown East always has a lot of speed, but still not the way you want to start the game.
Downingtown East is brought out by their quarterback and the running back, Riley Angeline, who's the star of really the team as they hand it off to him right up the middle. And he's met right at the line by Downingtown West, which is what we're going to have to see if they can continue to do that, because Downingtown East is that bigger team, as we mentioned.
Yeah, quarterback Andrew Hudson. Don't know how much he's going to throw the ball tonight. Angeline is the key, although we can see Riley Angeline's brother get involved in the play-action passing game a lot tonight.
Definitely. This team is brought by Angeline. He's the one that carries the load. They are a predominant running team, as looks like they're going to hand it off again to him with a bigger hole, and he gains about 6 yards there. That brings up about a 3rd and 4 now instead.
Yeah, Riley Angeline's eyes had to light up when he saw how much running room his offensive line got him there. Nice job by Downingtown West going straight to the ball carrier to limit the gain, but very nice play there.
Yeah, that big bruising offensive line of Downingtown East has to get the smaller defensive line of Downingtown West off the ball. As they hand it off to Angeline again, up the middle. He's overpowering defenders, dragging one with him for about a 6-yard gain for a first down. The Downingtown East Cougars.
A nice block on the play by Roger Martin. Also, Mike Whalen just clearing a lot of space for the run up the middle. I mean, 2 plays in a row. He's had a huge hole to run through.
As they're lined up here in an offset eye. Hands off straight up the middle again for a nice chunk of yardage. Looks like about an 8-yard gain. Bring up a 2nd and 2.
It seems like in a lot of the Chestmont game of the weeks, we see teams that are more successful running to the outside, but we've seen Angeline just run up the middle at will in this first drive.
Got to play with your strengths, and that strength is that big bruising offensive line. As they just power up the middle with a huge hole for Ryan Fay. Huge hole for another first down for the Downingtown East Cougars.
Yeah, Downingtown West has to realize already in this game they're going to need to plug up the middle. And this is what Downingtown East was hoping to do. They got good field position to start the drive, and they're marching right down the field. But if you're successful like this, you got to put up a touchdown. A field goal could be a win for the defense.
Very true. As we see Angeline go up the middle again for about a 5-yard gain there. It'll bring up a 2nd and 5 again. We have to see if Angeline can keep this ball moving. Because as you said earlier, Mikey, Andrew Hudson has not really thrown the ball that often. He's not very accurate.
Yeah, Gabe Hale holding on for dear life there, trying to make that tackle.
As they're lined up in the I formation again with Angeline in the backfield. That's a loose ball, and it looks like Downingtown West Whippets have the turnover. First down for the Whippets. That's what they needed on that defense. Take the life out of the Cougars.
Eric Stanko with the recover, and ball just bounced right to him. And we said turnovers are going to be key. Also, if you're Downingtown East, you're going to want to march down the field and try and get a touchdown, because you're going to want to make sure that you keep the momentum. And this is what's happened to Downingtown East this year. They've not been able to keep momentum alive.
And now Downingtown West comes out with Nick Pagel as their quarterback. He is one of the top quarterbacks in the Chestmont League right now, as they line up with a split backfield and 2 wide receivers out. Going deep, and it's caught by number 8, Derek Boyer, for a huge play. He just lofted up there.
Ball kind of floated there a little bit, but great job by Boyer. Turning around, he knew right where the ball was and made up and got up there and made the play. So Downingtown West taking the momentum from that turnover and already just on the Cougar side of the ball, side of the field.
As we see a run up the middle here for about 4 yards. Now bring up a 2nd and 6. That was a great way to start off this drive. What do you think of the early play calling here as we go into like a little bit of a hurry up?
They're a team that runs the ball predominantly, but they're, as we said, Pagel is very talented at throwing the ball.
As the running back falls down, Jimmy DeSantis.
DeSantis there just slipping. Mitch Molesky is primarily the running back. He's very talented. He had a nice game last year against the Cougars. Expect him to get the most of the carries, but as you see with most high schools, there's going to probably be about 3 or 4 guys touching the ball consistently. DeSantis probably going to get the second most carries, but Molesky's going to be the workhorse.
Yeah, Molesky's definitely the big workhorse in the backfield, as both of them are normally in the backfield. And then we see a high snap, but Molesky picks it up and looks like he's trying to get something out of it. And he turns it in to at least a gain of a yard on the play, but that brings up 4th down.
Again, as you see in some rivalry games, it's in high school, college, and the NFL. Your energy is running high, emotions running high, got a little bit of the jitters, and we've already seen 1 turnover by the Cougars, Downingtown West there, almost giving the ball right back, so they weren't able to capitalize on the momentum. So basically it's as though nothing happened. The Cougars are just getting the ball right back.
Yeah, it looks like Nick Pagel is back there to punt the ball. A high punt. It looks like a decent punt inside the 20-yard line. And they mark him at the 13-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Cougars.
Yeah, nice hang time there, not giving the return man any chance to really do anything. And although it might not have been the longest of kicks, it's inside the 20, and it's really about net average. If you kick that ball, all the way to the end zone, it's going to look great, but then it's going to be moved right back out to the 20. So I'd much rather have that every time if I'm a Whippet fan.
Yeah, as we see the Downingtown East Cougars come back out into the field, they had a good drive going there until that fumble. Now we have to see if Riley Angeline can keep this ball in his hands and keep it moving down the field. And hopefully the center and the quarterback worked out that snap. As he rolls out for a bootleg, looks like he's going to keep it. And he gets tackled for about a 4-yard gain there.
Yeah, good for Hudson to get another carry after the fumble. Mike Matta is one of the classiest coaches and best coaches in all of Pennsylvania. So he probably took his quarterback aside and say, look, not what we wanted on that first drive, but we got an entire game left to play. Go out there and win it for me. Right there, nice gain on his first carry the next drive.
Yeah, and they hand it to the up back for a huge first down. Number 2 just powering over people. Ryan Fay with a huge game for a first down for the Cougars. Running up the middle has been working for him.
First down for the Cougars.
Gotta be thinking, why not go to it again and again?
Yeah, everybody expecting Angeline to get the ball. Even the PA announcer getting it wrong. As you said, it was Ryan Fay. So they got 2 guys that can carry the ball very successfully as well.
Yeah, as you said earlier, a lot of high school sports, they'll go with 2 running backs as Angeline carries, and it looks like a loss of a yard there for a 2nd and 11. We'll have to see if they can keep moving the ball here up the middle, or maybe they have to try and go for a throw here. As they line in the I formation, Angeline in the back, Hudson underneath center, goes out for that rollout again. Looks like a high throw. Will have to go where they spot the ball, and it looks like they get a Downingtown West spot.
I mean, that ball is about a yard away from where I'm standing at on the field. It looked like he's just short, and that's how they're going to roll it. I actually think that he was a little bit further up the field than that, but
yeah,
still I thought he was going to be short.
As we hear the Downingtown East Cougars fans yelling about the spot as well, not getting in forward progress. But that brings up a 3rd and short, though. Still manageable, 3rd and 2 yards, especially with that big running back Angeline in the backfield. Hudson lines up underneath center in that I formation. Angeline running with wide open spaces in front of him. What a big play. Can he make it to the touchdown? And it's a touchdown. Ryan Angeline for a 54-yard touchdown there.
Yeah, wasn't quite sure there at the end of the play if he got in, but the referee was right there. That's a huge run. We saw in the opening drive of the game, Angeline was pretty much running at will. But then they had the turnover shutting down the drive. So great run. And we said it last season, although they had the great quarterback, the great wide receiver, Angeline was just as good as all those players.
Yeah,
Laletta, Harris, Angeline was up there with them.
Angeline's still a dominant player. And the kick is good. The kicking game, you got to be solid in the kicking game.
Yeah, Drew Brennan making the extra point, and Greg, you stole my favorite line. But great way to respond after the opening drive turnover to march down the field and get a, not just a simple 1-2 yard run, which still counts for 6 points. You get a big 54-yard run, saying, we're not making the playoffs this year, but we still came out here to fight.
Yeah, Downingtown East playing the role of the spoilers right now against Downingtown West.
86 yards in 5 plays.
That drive was 86 yards in just 5 plays, as you hear by the PA announcer. A quick drive, which you don't see that often in high school sports. High school sports just drive it slowly and surely down the field. But that drive was quick because of that huge touchdown run by Angeline.
Yeah, the Whippets have to be a little bit shot. They force a turnover opening drive, get a nice passing play on their first drive, but then a busted running play and then a high snap really cost them. And then they go back out on defense. They thought they had stuff figured out with Angeline. First play, Brandon Fay runs it, and then Angeline gets the big carry for the touchdown.
Yeah, Drew Brennan here for the kickoff. A nice kickoff down to the 10-yard line, and look, he's got some running room in front of him. Takes it out to about the 32-yard line. Now is Jake Barr, one of the backup running backs, who returned that ball for a pretty decent game, about a 23-yard line game. As the Whippets take over the ball here, we have to look to see if they can get a nice drive going here. They have to score so Downingtown East doesn't take all this momentum early in the first half.
Yeah, the Whippets are the road team, even though they're in their home stadium, but they still got a great crowd here supporting them.
Yeah, both teams have great crowds here. The stands are completely filled. As it looks like they go for an end around for about only a 2-yard gain there.
Yeah, they did the reverse there on that play, and Coach Milano over the years has had a number of reverse plays that he likes, sometimes a reverse flea flicker pass. Right there, just a simple reverse on the end around, and Coach Matta has seen this team every year. I mean, before these schools split, they were coaching together. So not surprised that Coach Matta knew what to expect on that play.
Yeah, as they line up in the pistol offense right here, Nick Pagel lined up in the pistol as the running back moves out to the outside with 3 wide receivers out. Looks like the running back ran into the quarterback, but the quarterback coughs up the ball. Who has at the bottom of the pile there? We'll have to see what the referees call.
Looked like Dion Latanzi fell on it for the Whippets. Going to have to see what the call is.
Yeah, it looks like the Whippets still hold on to the ball.
It is Dion Latanzi.
What a great recovery right there. That wide receiver's got to be loving this quarterback right now for recovery.
Yeah, that play looked bad from the start as Mitch Molesky running into Pagel, but then Pagel taking the ball himself, fighting for tough yards, but sometimes when you're fighting for that extra yardage, you're thinking about your legs. Not great on the ball security. Lucky bounce, but hey, it's a first down.
First down is first down. Just got to keep moving the ball down the field. Nick Pagel's lined up in the pistol. Looks like he's holding on to the ball again, calling his own number for a gain of about 4 yards.
He's taken down by Jason Gibson, who looked like he was going for the strip there after the fumble on the last play. And all night, I think the Cougars are going to just keep going. Whenever he's running, just going to try and take him out.
Yeah, Nick Pagel is a senior. He's played in this game a couple of times now, but he has to try and calm down. His energy's moving right now. They're down by 7 with 4 minutes and 4.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. He's got to calm down and get his team set for the 2nd and 6. Nick Pagel with a hard count there. Hands it off for a nice chunk of chain for Brandon Harper. He'll bring up about a 3rd and 2, it looks like, as they move into Downingtown East territory.
Both teams have shown the ability to get yards after the first hit, and that just shows how tough these teams are. So nice job getting it to a 3rd and very manageable 1.
Yeah, as we roll to 4 minutes left here in the first quarter, both teams, like you said, can show that they can move the ball if they can just hold on to it for the Downingtown West. Now we have to see. It looks like where they're spotting it, it's short of a first down. Bring up about 4th and inches here. We'll have to see what the coach wants to do here.
You have to think they're going to go for it. I like the quarterback sneak here. We already seen Pagel run, and that's exactly what he does, as he's easily got the first down just pushing the pile forward.
Yeah, just a quick snap there, not letting the defense get set, just pushing that pile on for a first down for the Whippets.
2 yards, and that's a
We saw Nick Pagel use his arm very well in that first play of the game, but they haven't thrown it since. And he's been trying to use his legs, but he's got to hold on to that ball as he lines up in the shotgun here.
Yeah, Pagel just wants to get his team some points here. A touchdown would be ideal, but any points. He's got a man wide open on that play. Ooh, and he is hit hard. That ball comes out. The ball was intended for Derek Boyer. We saw him go up for a ball earlier. Boyer is willing to go up to make the catch even when the ball is floated in there, but that time, nice hit by the Cougar defender.
Yeah, the Cougar defender definitely jarred out that ball there as we see the whole Downingtown East sideline just waving. That was incomplete, and the ref confirmed it.
It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Now it's his 2nd throw of the game, and it was on point. He's just floated them in there so far, but we'll have to see if he tries to use his arm strength here.
Yeah,
there's no running backs in the backfield.
Wouldn't be surprised to see if Molesky goes maybe in motion, or if they hit him on a screen pass, bubble screen, as he goes in motion.
Looks like Pagel trying to run away from everything. Trying to get something out of nothing, and he picked up 5 yards there. What a great move by the quarterback there.
Yeah, just showing tremendous athleticism on that play. There's a flag at the end of the play. Looked in the area of maybe a personal foul. So it looked like that flag came in late, but as we figure out what the flag is, just so much athleticism rolling to the opposite side of the field. Great job there.
Looks like a personal foul on the Downingtown East Cougars. And that gives the Whippets a first down for Nick Pagel.
So the great effort by Pagel is rewarded because although we didn't have enough for the first down, little extracurricular activities, again, heated rivalry teams are both fired up. Can't make these types of mistakes.
Yeah, now they're on the 25-yard line, knocking on the door of the red zone.
15-yard personal foul.
With 2.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter, Nick Pagel is definitely looking for a touchdown here. They at least have to come away with some sort of points to keep momentum on their side. As he goes to the air, Brian Boyer up there again, and it goes through his hands. It was a little bit out there, but it went right through his hands.
Yeah, nice job there on the coverage was Riley Angeline, as Kevin DeFrancis, as he stuck his hand out there, just kind of distracting from the ball there a little bit. Better throw there that time by Pagel. It's an opportunity that they're definitely going to be worth taking.
Yeah, as we said, Nick Pagel is one of the best quarterbacks in the Chestnut League right now. We have to see if he's going to keep trying to throw the ball. As we see a nice hard count by Pagel right there. And now we just have to wait and see if they'll call it on the offense or if it's a defensive offensive player moved or not.
As we saw some West players applauding, I think you're right, Greg, getting him on the hard count was Pagel. As the Downingtown West student section, the pound chanting, "You can't do that." We got the Cougar Den and we got the pound. We got animals everywhere. Dogs versus cats, it's crazy. No wonder these two are bitter rivals.
That's very true. As they call it on Downingtown East, that moves them up 5 yards for a 2nd and 5 here.
2nd down and 5 now.
20 yards on this drive have been penalty yards that Downingtown West game. They'll take it however they can get it. They're trailing right now.
The Downingtown West Whippets, they have to, now that they're right on the red zone, they have to knock it in here. Try and get 7 points to tie this game up going into the second quarter. As they hand it off, going to the outside, Molesky just had no room to run there. Gain of, it looks like, half a yard.
Yeah, Molesky, very talented player. Had the opportunity to talk to him off the football field. Also a great student athlete. So that's something that both coaches really pride themselves on. Coach Milano, Coach Coach Matta, they don't just have great football players, they have great people.
Yeah. Both sides of the ball, as you hear, both fans are here as we're in Downingtown. And it looks like Nick Pagel is rolling out to his right. He's got wide receivers open. And it hits his hand, but he drops it. What a big drop.
Chaz Murphy-Lucas with the deflection on that play. The ball actually bounced into the hands of the intended target, but fantastic defensive play. You actually had Pagel rolling out. He had Colin Dobleski in the end zone, but there was actually great coverage there, so we had to hold on to the ball, then force the throw in. Nice deflection. Pagel keeps these plays alive, but Downingtown East defense also staying in the play.
Yeah, and it looks like we have number 19, Nick Pagel here, still in the game. On 4th down here as the pitch out goes. It looks like Downingtown East stopped him cold. That will be a turnover on downs. No flags come out on the field. What a big stop by Downingtown. No points for Downingtown West.
Yeah, option play there. Looks like the pitch maybe came a little bit too early. Usually you like to have the quarterback take until he absolutely has to get rid of it. Molesky takes the toss, but enough time for the Cougars to react there. And Downingtown East, again, they're not making the playoffs this year, but they're certainly playing like a playoff caliber team.
Yeah, they definitely are. You always have to step up big against rivals. We see Riley Angeline taking the ball. And with that little push there, he gains about another yard, even though he was almost staying down on the ground. What a great play by him to gain that extra 2 yards.
All the best running backs throughout history have been able to just keep their legs going, fighting for every yard. My favorite back, Walter Payton, would always just take a hit and get that extra half a yard as opposed to going out of bounds. So nice job by Angeline there.
As Angeline gets the ball again, but he's met in the backfield. What a big play for a loss. Looks like about a loss of the yard.
We talked about tough. 3 tough Downingtown West players there to make that hit. A little bit hard to fight for extra yards when you have 3 whippets on your legs.
And now bring up a quick 3rd down. We're not even at the end of the first quarter yet. Still over a minute left in the first quarter. So it looked like there's a little bit of confusion on the Downingtown East Cougar side. Still don't know what the play call is as they line up in the I formation. As he throws up for grabs, but looks like he was throwing it to the sideline. Now bring up a 4th down with just underneath a minute left.
So that pass intended for Kerry Angeline, the sophomore 6'8", 217-pound brother of Riley. So he's a big one.
It's definitely a big target, and he still overthrew him. As we see, he's actually in for the punt as well.
Kerry Angeline in punt formation.
Looks like it was a low snap and a horrible punt.
And since he went down on his knees when he went to get that ball, he's going to be ruled down there. He tried to do the kick anyway, and Downingtown West is going to have great field position to start their next drive. Can't blame Angeline for the snap. But still, great break for Downingtown West. If they can't get a touchdown here, Coach Milano is going to get furious.
All they have to do is get 4 yards. They have to use their big bruisers and get into the end zone here. Downingtown East just gave up that big play on the special teams. They're not sound in the kicking game. As Nick Pagel lines up in the shotgun here. Hands it off to Molesky. And it looks like he gained about 2 yards. So that only puts him 2 yards away from the end zone now.
Yeah, I mean, he got halfway there. Normally a 2-yard carry, you think, not much. But he got halfway there. I mean, this is obviously going to be 4-down territory.
As Nick Pagel holds on to the ball there, and that's a touchdown for the Whippets. As Nick Pagel holds on to the ball there for his own touchdown.
You can see Coach Matta and one of his coaches pointing on that side of the field as though they were expecting the run to go over there. But Pagel couldn't be stopped anyway as they go for the extra point here to try to tie this game up.
As we see a different kind of formation there to try and get the defense not set up. That's a high snap. Looks like he's holding on to the ball. Can he get a 2-point conversion though? Oh, and a blown play. The backup quarterback Tyler McNulty just throwing it into the back of the end zone for Dion Latanzi for a 2-point conversion. Now they're winning with a bad play there.
Hey, the saying is you have to be sound in the kicking game. It doesn't say what way you have to go about being sound. So, again, taking advantage of a blown play. We saw Downingtown West already in this game have a play where the quarterback and running back run into each other, then fumble the ball, and they get a first down out of it. We saw a broken play where the quarterback had to roll to the other side of the field, get a nice gain, and they get a personal foul for a first down. And now, after a touchdown, horrible snap on the extra point, but sure enough, they still get the 2-point conversion. Great job staying in the play, and nice job by the receiver making that catch.
That was a great job for the receiver, making the catch over the defender even more. So now we have to see Downingtown East can try and get this momentum back, because that play allowed the momentum on the Whippet side. So now the Cougars have to see if they can just try and get some back from the shoulders of Angela.
And the listeners every week here on 3ctvlive.com might get a little sick and tired of me talking about special teams, but you can see how important it is. A blown snap on a punt leads to great field position, and then a 2-point conversion.
Better kick than the first kickoff, with huge field in front of him, and the ball is loose. And Downingtown West holds on to the ball there. Number 4 recovers it, Elijah Tinson. What a great play by Downingtown West to recover the fumble. Now the Whippets hold on to the ball, looking to go up by even more now, as there's only about 18 seconds left in the quarter. Nick Pagel has to come out here and try to drive the 47 yards to the touchdown to try and get a even bigger lead.
I mean, again, we keep talking about the special teams. As we see Pagel here in shotgun formation, taking the snap, rolling outside, rolling back the other way. He's going to take it himself as he brings that ball in close to his body, makes his spin move, and there is going to be a flag on the play. You can hear the Cougar fans yelling as that play was going on. That play is clearly going to be coming back.
As it's a holding on the Whippets. As you said, all these fans were standing on the Downingtown East sideline right now. You heard all of them call out holding on the Whippets.
Saw one fan standing up making fists. He was so angry with that call, or with that penalty. So the Cougar Den, if they want to, can do it. You can't do that chant if they really want to.
Now bring up, looks like about a 1st and 22. 1st and 20, excuse me, for the Whippets, as the first quarter is just about to expire. And that is the end of the first quarter here. We're going to send you off to Amber with an interview right now.
Visit the Downingtown Alumni Association booth. As you come into the stands, they're going to start a Downingtown Hall of Fame. Get information on that, and reminder that they sponsor the Battle of the Grand
Here's just a glimpse of what some people are facing.
You may be surprised to know that in our county, over 600 people slept in shelters or on the street last night, and hundreds more live in substandard, overcrowded homes.
Did you know that 30% of all school-age children in our community are overweight or obese?
Students who can't read on grade level by 3rd grade are 4 times less likely to graduate by 19 than a child who does read proficiently by that time. 1 in 7 4th graders in Chester County do not read at a proficient level.
Did you know that in last year, 3,200 women and dependent children received services at the Domestic Violence Center of Chester County?
United Way of Chester County funds programs that can help. Our caring supporters have allowed us to be the proud funder of hundreds of programs providing solutions for those in need.
and welcome back here at Kottmeyer Stadium in Downingtown, Pennsylvania. Mikey, what did you think about the first quarter of play there?
Real quick, we're watching here on Chestnut Game of the Week on UCTV.com. There was actually a play done during the commercial break. There was actually one play left to be run because the quarter could not have ended on a penalty. Although we didn't really miss much there, but you do miss if you didn't see the first half of the game. Of course, this game is archived, so you can go back and watch it.
We'd like to congratulate the fall athletic programs for East County West. Downingtown East varsity teams are 88-38.
Special teams was key there in that first quarter, as we saw on a punt where the ball was actually bounced off the ground. You had the punter kneeling down to get it, giving Downingtown West great field position, and then a 2-point conversion on a blown snap.
As we start the second quarter here with Nick Pagel in the pistol formation, throwing out to Brian Boyer right there with a big pickup there, bringing up a third and long.
Derek Boyer has great hands, the ability to just go up, get the ball at its highest point. We've seen him do it a couple times tonight where he had to jump up for a ball that was floated in there, but reminds me of, for those of you who watched Hard Knocks with Downingtown East Pat Devlin at 2 years ago, Brian Hartline, a guy that can just pretty much catch anything. Great hands. They're going to look to keep going to him all night when they're not giving the ball to Mitch Molesky.
Yeah, Nick Pagel loves to throw the ball, and so far he's shown that Derek Boyer is definitely his favorite target. He's looking deep down the field, and it's dropped by Colin Doboleski. What a big play to drop. They will put them up another touchdown there, and it hit his hands. You got to catch it, as John Madden used to say. And that brings up a long fourth down, so the punting unit is coming out on the field, it looks like.
Missed opportunities, Greg. He had his man open. It actually hit him in the hands. John Madden used to say if you're a receiver and it hits your hands, you got to catch the ball there.
As they line up in the punting formation here. And it's going to be a fake punt. Just throwing up the ball to Molesky. Can he get the first down?
Downingtown East saw that coming, and it's the special teams again, Greg. If I didn't love this game enough, it's Downingtown East and Downingtown West, the classic battle of the Brandywine. It's the special teams bowl.
So far, we've seen a good game here for the battle of the Brandywine. Some big fluke plays that actually led to the lead of Downingtown West so far. They got the ball in the fourth. They score a touchdown. A blown snap there. Then just a heave for Hail Mary, and they get 2 points. Now they're leading 8-7. As Downingtown East Cougars come out on the field, Andrew Hudson and Riley Angeline. And Keith Connor actually gets the ball. Angeline's still over on the sideline, looks like.
Greg, you talked about fluke plays allowing to get the points. My other favorite saying, aside from you got to be sound in the kicking game, is a win is a win. These coaches don't care if they do it ugly, if they do it pretty. They just want the W. And Coach Milano's got to be thinking, I'm up 8-7. That's all I care about.
Exactly. Andrew Hudson lined up in the I formation again. Hands it to the up back for about a yard gain. Not a very big gain there, as Angeline is still on the sideline. We'll have to see if maybe he's injured or he's standing right next to one of the coaching staff.
You know, if one Angeline is out, why not go to the other? Big target, as we talked about in Carey Angeline. Why don't you go to him? He's going to have a size advantage as he's being covered by Elijah Tinson, 5'7", covering 6'8". You got to love that matchup. I don't care if the quarterback short arms it or overthrows. The height advantage has got to help you out there.
All you have to do is just Megatron the ball. Just throw it up and hope. But looks like Keith Connor has other ideas as he takes it for a first down. Connor with about an 8-yard gain there for that first down. Now they're in Whippets territory, driving the ball, hoping for this first down. As Connor gets the ball again with a little bit of daylight there for about 4-yard gain. Brings up about 2nd and 6 here with Hudson and Connor still in the backfield.
Yeah, Coach Maddow would love to have Riley Angeline out there, but if his team's going to keep moving the ball down the field, that's all he cares about.
Riley Angeline, the player, their star running back, is on the sideline. He is a senior. It looks like he's trying to loosen up here. Maybe he has a couple cramps. But Connor's in there, and he's in there moving the ball. It's about only a yard gain for Connor there. Now bring up about 3rd and 5 there.
Again, it's 8-7, just going past the 9-minute mark here in the first half.
And as we saw, Angeline just came back on the field, so it looks like he's feeling better, and he got that breather. He's lined up in the shotgun with Hudson at quarterback.
Will he do his run up the middle that's been successful all night?
Hudson checks with his coach for the play for this 3rd and 5 here. Hands off to Angeline. Makes a couple cuts, but he doesn't. Looks like he does not get the yardage. They'll be about a yard shy here.
And I wonder if that was a better snap, if they would have had a better run on that play, as the timing is thrown off. Timing is everything in football. Whether it's a passing route, whether it's a running play, everything is set to go at a specific point in time.
And it looks like they're going to line up in the I formation here. Everybody's up on the line of scrimmage. Going to try and push this pile. Angeline just tries to overpower it. We'll have to go by the spot of the ball. Looks like he could be marked shy.
And the refs have 2 different spots here. As the ref on the far side of the field had him a lot short of the ref, closer to us at the press box. Looks like he might have just given him enough. The player making the tackle was Kyle Goodrich, and he was fired up as though he tackled him short, but we're going to have to see the measurement.
As the referee calls for the timeout to measure the spot of the ball. Just by an eye look, looks like he's a little short as Angeline just could not stay up. We just want to say thank you for watching us here on 3ctvlive.com. Check us out on Facebook. Like our page. Tell us what you think about our broadcast. If you're a business, contact us, maybe for future years. Or we have a game next week as well. And it looks like the Whippets have stopped them on 4th down. Whippets take over the ball. Nick Pagel and Derek Boyer, the wide receiver, and Molesky come back out on the field with just over 8 minutes left to go in the game, trying to get another touchdown here.
And Greg, you talked about businesses in the area. If they want to advertise for next year's Battle of the Brandywine or for the upcoming games this year, they can call 610-306-9492 or go to 3ctvlive.com.
Nick Pegel's line up in the shotgun here. Throws it out to Molesky. A quick little screen pass right there for nice chuck a chain right there. Now bring up about a 2nd and 5 here. Just underneath 8 minutes left to go in the first half. Looks like Nick Pagel has his play call, the senior quarterback for the Whippets.
As we said, last year, Downingtown East were the victors in this game. They lead the all-time series, so Downingtown West wants to get a new tradition going, which is Whippet victories.
Yeah, with the if the Whippets hold on for the win here, then they can claim that the series is all tied up, pretty much back at zeros.
Yeah, the very first game was won by Downingtown West, but Downingtown East had a good streak there going. They had Pat Devlin when they had the Lauletta brothers. But now Downingtown West has the better quarterback, and they're favored to win this game.
Now it's a 3rd and 4. They try and run the ball straight up the middle by Jimmy DeSantis, but no go in there. Now bring up a 4th down. We'll have to see what the coach wants to do here.
I mean, in my mind, you got to think you have to punt it here just because you're on your own side of the field. You got a decent punt here, maybe back them up inside their 20, and that's exactly what they're going to do. You have the lead, no reason to take that risk. If it's the 4th quarter and there's maybe 2-3 minutes left, you go for it there. They already faked once tonight and it didn't work.
Yeah, it looks the two that are back there to return the kick is Justin Cohen and Angeline, as they just let the ball go. And it looks like this will be stopped at the 1, but the Whippets player runs in front of another one. But the refs are blowing it dead on the 1-yard line. It looks like they touched it by the Whippets. And all of Downingtown East fans are going nuts about the call because it looked like he didn't touch it. What a big call.
Wow.
Big call by the refs there.
I don't know how they made that call. As you saw the Downingtown West players there, they just kind of pressed their luck as they could have downed it maybe the 6-yard line, the 5-yard line, the 4-yard line, as you then saw the ball appear to have touched the end zone, the goal line, but it was downed according to the refs, and there's no replay in high school football, so special teams yet again coming up big, and this time a controversial call, and the Pound is going nuts over there as they know that they're going to have a chance at a safety here.
Yeah, and it looks like Downingtown East is just trying to get away from their end zone right now. The Cougars have got to just run the ball away. Hopefully, at least move the ball away. If they have to punt the ball, get it away from the end zone to give their punter a little bit of room. See Angeline in the backfield. Hudson in center. Angeline making a couple of moves, getting the ball away from the end zone at least to the 8-yard line.
Yeah, ultimately the goal is just to get your kicker some room. But if you can get a drive going, even if you don't score, change field position, that's going to be huge.
So they line up in the I formation again. Angeline, the deep back. So rolls out to his right. And carry Angeline, the big target wide receiver, out to the 25-yard line. What a big play. So you see some jawing out there between the two teams.
Yeah, Kerry Angeline got fired up on that play as the man who was covering him kind of got in his face a little bit. He started pushing back. The ref had to hold it back, and he's a big guy to hold back. But on that play, Hudson actually had 2 receivers wide open. He went for the guy further down the field that also happened to be the bigger target. But as we said, if you can change field position, that's huge. And they've now gone from inside their own 5 to good field position.
The up back number 2, Ryan Fay, with a huge gain down to the 48-yard line. What a big play, as we see. Now Angeline really moving the ball right here. He made that one move early, but his brother, Kerry, and Fay moving the ball big with big chunk of yardage. They changed the field position.
Yeah, the controversial call really doesn't matter at this point as Downingtown East has gotten themselves out of it. Ooh, that's going to be a false start by number 88. Looks like Alec Coyle Nicholas.
Yeah, it looks like he had the snap count wrong right there.
He was fired up by his team getting out of their own inside their own 5-yard line, so he was raring to go. He's taken promptly off the field by Coach Matta.
As we hear the Palin chanting, "You can't do that." You see Hudson get back into the huddle, trying to keep this ball moving. We just rolled over underneath 5 minutes left to go in the first half. Angeline alone back with his brother, Kerry Angeline, outside. As Hudson rolls out, throws the. Not completely sure who he was throwing to other than Whippets right there. There was 4 Whippets.
Elijah Tinson. We talked about how he probably was going to have trouble covering Angeline. The problem with that, as far as if you're a Downingtown East fan, was he was nowhere near Angeline. That was just not a well-thrown ball. It was deflected, almost intercepted by somebody else. I like them trying to get to their big target, but you got to get it semi near him.
Yeah, Angeline, as you said earlier, stands at 6'8", and Elijah Tinson, who's the number 4 cover in him, stands at 5'7", over a foot difference, as the other Angeline brother carries the ball. Looks like they picked up the penalty difference there for a 3rd and 9, it looks like.
Deion Latanzi going low, making the big hit against the bruising back Angeline. Sometimes if you try and take him out at shoulder level, you're going to have trouble because you're just going to get run over. Take out his legs. A lot harder to keep going with your legs if they're taken out from underneath you.
And now Riley Angeline is out wide. Hudson and Fay's in the backfield as Hudson holds on to the ball here. But the ball is loose. But it looks like Downingtown East might have recovered that ball.
Yeah, almost getting that recovery was almost to recover that was Matt Bakovitz, but he was unable to get there as you just saw him get up there from that pile. But that was very dangerous. Again, fighting for tough yards is all well and good, but ball security is the priority.
And now with a 4th down 7, Kerry Angeline is back to punt with the ball, and hopefully they can get a better snap this time so he doesn't have to knee it.
Although this time if there's the bad snap, it's going to be a lot different than being inside your own 5-yard line. But
that's very true. And it looks like they were missing a player.
Coach Matt is going to have a lot to talk to his team about at halftime.
Carrie Angeline punts the ball. We'll have to see where they marked the ball. It looks like it went out around the 25-yard line.
Yeah, not much of a hang time there, and it was right out of bounds, although it allowed no chance of a return, but ball's going to be down at the 23.
As Nick Pagel comes out onto the field with just underneath 3 minutes left to go here in the first half, he has to be trying and just get some points here, because then they get the ball in the second half first.
And fans, again, go on to Facebook.com, 3CTV Live on there. We could do a shout out for you if you want to, show your love for one of these players, one of these teams. We'll be happy to do that for you tonight.
As Nick Pagel holds on to the ball here with a pretty decent gain, just overpowering defender after defender. Brings up about a 2nd and 3 here. As it takes some time off the clock. Nick Pagel hands it off to Molesky. And he gets the first down there.
That ball almost got stripped out at the end of the play. You saw an East player trying to point as though he had the ball. He was down, but again, you fight for the tough yards. Ball security is first. These coaches would rather have you get 1 fewer yard and hold on to the ball.
Very true. As we see Nicholas Pagel roll out to his right, as we've seen him do a lot tonight, and he just throws the ball away.
Great coverage there on that play. Nobody was open. The offensive line gave plenty of time, but defensive backs did their job.
And the defensive back did their job. And I like what both coaches are doing. They're moving the pocket by rolling out their quarterback to their right-hand side just to give that quarterback an extra second to see where his wide receivers are going and see where they can throw the ball. As it looks like they're lining up in the pistol offense here again. Molesky lining up all the way out on the other sideline. Nick Pagel holds on to the ball on the option play for a big first down there, taking it to the 41.
Zone read play there, and he pulled that ball at the absolute last second. Sometimes you can get a fumble there if you pour it out too late, but he knew what he could do on that play. He kept on fighting, got the first down, and if Downingtown West gets another first down or two here, this is probably going to be the last drive of the first half. They'd love to go in with the bigger lead.
Very true. I'd say for a quick throw, and it looks like a fumble. Ruski, it looks like.
It was not on purpose, but again, they'll take it. It bounced going Downingtown West way. As that ball was thrown to a covered receiver, he got hit hard. The ball was kind of stripped.
And it looks like that play could have been designed that way. That's up in the air. We'll have
it could be
the game about that play.
Look, either way, it's a 4-yard gain for Downingtown West, and they got a minute 33 left in the first half.
As you said, a minute and a half left as they do another end around with Derek Boyer taking the ball at the middle for about a 3-yard gain there. Now bring up about a 3rd and 3 with a minute and a quarter left to go in the first half. Nick Pagel is lined up in the shotgun. They just plow the ball straight up the middle, taking time off this clock. Both teams still have all their timeouts left. No one's used any. We just want to give a big shout out after this play here. What a big play, taking it inside the red zone. Braden Harper, what a big play there.
Yeah, our shout-out's going to a Ryan up from the Boston area, a Downingtown East grad. He can't be happy with that play. He's happy he gets to watch this game on 3CTVLive.com, but a big gain for West.
Nick Pagel rolling out again, just calling his old number for about a 7-yard play, 7-yard gain there. Downingtown West calls their very first time out of the game with just underneath 44 seconds left to go in the first half.
Yeah, plenty of time here to do whatever you want, running the ball, throwing the ball. Again, clock stops briefly for first downs to move the chains, and they can get another first down before they're in a goal-to-go situation. And if they can get any points here, that's going to be big because they kicked off to start the game. They're getting the ball to start the second half, so if they get a field goal, they're going to end up 11-7 with the chance to tack on. If they get a touchdown, I mean, they're going in with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion lead, and then any points they get makes it a 2-score game. So it's going to be interesting to see what Coach Milano decides to do. Is he going to be ultra aggressive, do a couple shots to the end zone, or do they keep running the ball, which has been working for them?
Yeah, definitely running's been working for them. Both teams really running's been working for them. Nick Pagel has got a couple big plays out of the passing game with his arm, throwing up big to Derek Warrior. But it's been the special teams just being sound in the special teams. That's your favorite phrase, and that's what they've been doing. As Nick Pagel lines up in the shotgun here. He's looking to throw quick. Throwing up to the back of the end zone for Derek Warrior, and it's overthrown.
The best thing that could have happened on that play happened as it was thrown out of the back of the end zone because his receiver was covered. But he did the right thing. He put it, where a bad thing couldn't have happened. He gets to fight for another play. Not much time ran off the clock there. The clock stopped.
But the big thing is it's 3rd down here. So we'll have to see if they get the first down, then they can get the touchdown. But if they don't get the first down, then the coach has a big decision on his hand. Nick Pagel lines up in the shotgun. Looking for the wide receiver again, number 19 with a great catch. It looks like he will be stopped short.
Pass complete to Gobleski.
That was a complete to Colin Gobleski. We'll have to see what the refs are discussing about here.
Looks like they called a timeout there, maybe? Because they're ruling a first down. As you have the Downingtown East fans quite displeased because they're wondering why the clock was stopped a little bit early. And now they are ruling it 4th down. The scoreboard showed it was 1st and goal from the 4 as opposed to 4th and 1.
And it looks like Downingtown West has called their second timeout here.
This is where Coach Milano earns his money. Do you go for the field goal, almost a short 3, although didn't have that on the extra point when they had the bad snap, or do you go for the 4th and 1, keep trying to get the touchdown?
Yeah, we just want to thank you again for watching us here on 3ctvlive.com. Go ahead, like us on Facebook, check us out. Tell us about the game. Post on there. We can do another shout out for if you want. Anything. As the Downingtown West, the Pound, are going at it. Trying to excite their team. Nick Pagel is lining up for this 4th and 1 play. And off to Molesky, and he's stopped in the backfield. What a big play by the Cougars as the ball comes out, though.
In that situation, I like doing the quarterback sneak. I mean, you got a back that you trust, but just nice job getting the pressure, hitting the hole was the defense there. And they're going to get the ball back. Not really much time to score unless they get another big run by Angeli, but big momentum boost going into the half as they got the stop because they could be down by a lot more.
Yeah, we'll have to see if they even want to do anything here, as it looks like Angeline's going to remain, the big back Riley Angeline's going to remain on the sideline here as Hudson is leading his team out onto the field. Have to see if, and it looks like they're just going to line up in the knee formation to end the first quarter, and now end the first quarter here.
The first half is now over. As we see the final 10 seconds running off the clock. As you can see there, just about 6 seconds at Kampmeyer Stadium as the home Downingtown East Cougars are trailing the Downingtown West Whippets in this Battle of the Brandywine. Again, 8-7 Downingtown West with the lead. Greg, this is a rivalry that I know a lot about, but as an outside observer, what are your thoughts on what we saw here in this first half?
As we see, both of the teams are leaving the field right now. As both sets of bands are coming out on the field right now, we're going to send you out for a commercial break.
Many people know Chester County to be an exciting and vibrant community, and it truly is. But here is just a glimpse of what some people are facing.
You may be surprised to know that in our county, over 600 people slept in shelters or on the street last night. And hundreds more live in substandard, overcrowded homes.
Did you know that 30% of all school-aged children in our community are overweight or obese?
Students who can't read on grade level by 3rd grade are 4 times less likely to graduate by 19 than a child who does read proficiently by that time. 1 in 7 4th graders in Chester County do not read at a proficient level.
Did you know that in last year, 3,200 women and dependent children received services at the Domestic Violence Center of Chester County?
United Way of Chester County funds programs that can help. Our caring supporters have allowed us to be the proud funder of hundreds of programs providing solutions for those in need.
Looking to advertise your business? Well, 3ctvlive.com would like to welcome you, the business community, to advertise on our Game of the Week Chessmont League for 3ctvlive.com. Please contact Al Ray Johnson of 3CTV Live at 610-306-9492. Again, 3ctvlive.com welcomes the business community to advertise live on Game of the Week Chessmont League.
At United Way, we believe that poverty, lack of quality education, and poor health is preventable. In education, United Way of Chester County helps at-risk youth achieve school success. We support programs that prepare students to succeed in elementary school and later grades, engage young adults to successfully transition from school to work life, and build the capacity of parents and caregivers. And in Healthy Living, United Way of Chester County helps people overcome obstacles to good health and independent living. We support basic health coverage and preventable care that helps children, seniors, and disabled residents live a productive and socially active life. And in financial independence, United Way of Chester County helps families break the cycle of poverty. We fund programs that can help people develop basic skills to achieve greater financial stability through increased financial literacy and access to affordable housing.
I'm here with a couple of gentlemen supporting the East Side this evening. Could you tell us your name, sir?
Jake Stone.
Jake, and I know you're rooting for East, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You want to give us your name?
I'm Dylan.
Okay, and I understand you play football. What position do you play?
Safety.
Okay, and what's your name, sir?
PJ.
And what position do you play?
I play defensive tackle.
Well, again, congratulations on your game so far this evening. Back to you, Mikey.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, each year at the East versus West football game, we honor a special presentation. Tonight we have the honoree for the Battle of the Brainy Line, and his name is Andrew Bernisi. Now, Andrew is a very special person. He is a member of the Downingtown East football family. Despite physical illness and limitations, Andrew has served as an inspiration, motivating force, and role model to each and every person he comes in contact with. Always a smile on his face. Please join us in honoring Andrew with a warm round of applause. Truly a special person, Andrew Bernisi. Don't forget to stop by the Alumni Association table, and at the conclusion of the game, we'll be presenting the trophy to the winning team. Now, ladies and gentlemen, next is the 50-50 drawing. So get your tickets out, because it's a little bigger cash prize tonight than normal. The winning ticket tonight, it's a yellow ticket, 546710. Once again, tonight's winning 50-50 ticket is 546710. If you have that winning ticket, come up to the press box and claim your cash prize. Once again, tonight's winning ticket number is 546710.
I know.
As we mentioned, the record between East and West so far in varsity sports this year, Downingtown East leads 6-3. The Cougars defeated the Whippets twice on the golf courses. And Cougars won in girls tennis and girls volleyball, girls soccer and boys soccer, while the Whippets won in girls cross country, boys cross country, and field hockey. This week's Inquirer Top 10. Number 10 is Archbishop Wood from the Catholic League AAA Division. Number 9 from the Chesmont American League is Ruston. Number 8 from the Pioneer Athletic Conference is Pottsbury. They take on 7-1 Perkiomen Valley tonight. Number 7 undefeated Gwinnett Valley from the Central League. Number 6 LaSalle College High School from the Philadelphia Catholic League Quad A Division. Number 5 is Suburban 1 Nationals Power at Kingsborough. Number 4, Chesmont National undefeated Kirksville. Number 3, Suburban 1 National undefeated Neshaminy. Number 2, the Philadelphia All-Star team, Denver Tech Charter. And number 1 is St. Joe's Prep from the Philadelphia
Are you ready?
Audio
Many people know Chester County to be an exciting and vibrant community, and it truly is. But here's just a glimpse of what some people are facing.
You may be surprised to know that in our county, over 600 people slept in shelters or on the street last night, and hundreds more live in substandard, overcrowded homes.
Did you know that 30% of all school-aged children in our community are overweight or obese?
Students who can't read on grade level by 3rd grade are 4 times less likely to graduate by 19 than a child who does read proficiently by that time. 1 in 7 4th graders in Chester County do not read at a proficient level.
Did you know that in last year, 3,200 women and dependent children received services at the Domestic Violence Center of Chester County?
United Way of Chester County funds programs that can help. Our caring supporters have allowed us to be the proud funder of hundreds of programs, providing solutions for those in need.
Looking to advertise your business? Well, 3ctvlive.com would like to welcome you, the business community, to advertise on our Game of the Week Chesmont League for 3ctvlive.com. Please contact Al Ray Johnson of 3CTV Live at 610-306-9492. Again, 3ctvlive.com welcomes the business community to advertise live on Game of the Week Chesmont League.
At United Way, we believe that poverty, lack of quality education, and poor health is preventable. In education, United Way of Chester County helps at-risk youth achieve school success. We support programs that prepare students to succeed in elementary school and later grades, engage young adults to successfully transition from school to work life, and build the capacity of parents and caregivers. And in healthy living, United Way of Chester County helps people overcome obstacles to good health and independent living. We support basic health coverage and preventable care that helps children, seniors, and disabled residents live a productive and socially active life. And in financial independence, United Way of Chester County helps families break the cycle of poverty. We fund programs that can help people develop basic skills to achieve greater financial stability through increased financial literacy and access to affordable housing.
47 yards and a score on 13 carries. Keith Connors, 17 yards on 4. Andrew Hudson, 8 yards on 3 carries. Ryan Fay, 56 yards on 4 carries. Passing, Andrew Hudson's got 2 completions to Carrie Angeline for 26 yards, for a total of 204 yards total for Downingtown East. On the other side of the ledger, we got Nick Pagel's got 29 yards on 5 carries, 5 of 8 passing, 47 yards. Tyler McNulty's got 22 yards, 4 carries, 1 of 4 passing for 8 yards. Molesky's got 21 yards on 9 carries, 17 yards on 3 receptions. DeSantis has 2 carries for a yard. Braden Harper, 34 yards on 3 carries. Derek Boyer's got 4 yards on 2 carries, 34 yards receiving on 2 catches. And Domblesky's got 1 catch for 3 yards.
All right, thank you, Paul. That was Paul from PAFootballNews.com. That was the stats from the first half.
Thank you, sir.
And as you saw, both teams are out warming up right now. We're just about 2.5 minutes left here. And Mikey Dunn is back here with me again. He has a nice little shout out for us right here.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to our stud audio tech, Daryl Hutcherson, not with us tonight. He's in Harrisburg working hard, but Daryl always gets it done for us, whether it's in the truck, on the field, working camera. So I want to give a special shout out to you, Daryl. Hope you're enjoying the game in Harrisburg. It's a great game to watch as Downingtown West leads 8-7. Got about 2 minutes left here in the first half. And Greg, I asked you the question before we went to break. Got cut a little short there. You know, this is a rivalry that I've lived with since it started. So I always feel the energy, but as an outside observer, what have you felt, what have you observed in this first half of football?
This first half of football, it was great seeing this. I'm a Octorara alum, and we are not very prominent in football. We're good in soccer, just not football. But we don't really have too many rivals in soccer either. And seeing this rivalry is awesome to see this rivalry in high school sports. You see it in college, you see it in the pros, and it's nice to see it in high school as well. Both teams, they might live in the same town, but they might not like each other either. East doesn't like West. West doesn't like East. That's just how it is. It's been a great first half of football. Mikey, what do you think of the first half so far?
You know, I thought it was a half that it was really, you know, responding to adversity. You had Downingtown West, or Downingtown East, turning the ball on their opening drive. They responded well, getting the ball right back. But you had Downingtown West, they had one player where Pagel actually almost ran into his running back, kept going on the play, got a nice gain, fumbled the ball. His team then recovered it. Another play where you had Pagel rolling outside on a broken play, fighting for extra yards, and then there was a personal foul that led to a touchdown. And then, of course, there was the extra point, which had the horrible snap. But the backup quarterback kept his head in the game and was able to convert on a 2-point conversion. Now, Downingtown East didn't have things go their way on that play, but they were able to get the big stop on 4th and 1 defensively inside their own 5-yard line and then move the ball down the field a little bit just to, you know, kind of kill some clock, get it to the end of the first half. So this is a half that could very easily have been all Downingtown West based on, you know, the bounces. But Downingtown East, they have some positive things in that first half. Riley Angeline was able to run the ball off the middle pretty effectively.
Yeah, that first half, like you said, it was big plays and it was weird plays. The scoring for the first half for Downingtown East, it was a 54-yard touchdown run by Riley Angeline, the biggest run of the afternoon, the biggest play of the evening so far. And for the Downingtown West, off that weird punt where you need the ball as soon as he got it, Bagel ran in for a 2-yard score, and then that weird 2-point conversion, you said. As we see Downingtown West gets the ball with a huge hole. Only the kicker to beat with a huge run down the sideline, and he takes it in for the touchdown. Nick Javiato, what a big play to start off the second half.
Greg, I can't keep, I mean, this is just the ideal game for me. Special teams, special teams, special teams. And talking about how it could have gone either way for Downingtown East in that first half, they come out to start the second half giving up a touchdown, not what Coach Matta wanted. Everything he said at halftime was to get his team fired up, and boom, they give up a touchdown. Great return.
Yeah, what a big play by there. The Downingtown West sideline going nuts over that play, as they rightfully should. And they line up for the extra point afterwards. And it's been blocked. They weren't very sound in the kicking game right there, though, Mikey.
That was an 86-yard
This might be some of the craziest special teams I've ever seen in one game. Don't really, know what more we're going to see. Are we going to see a trick play, maybe a little Music City Miracle, the home run throwback? Don't know what to expect, but anything and everything that could happen on special teams is happening.
The weird thing about that extra point being blocked, because they got the 2-point conversion earlier, now Downingtown East just needs a touchdown and the extra point. Now we both know in high school sports, the extra point is not always guaranteed, as we just saw. But Downingtown East gets the ball here. Angeline, we look at Riley Angeline. It looks like he's going to get the ball often in the second half to try and move the ball slowly and surely down the field. The two people back there to return the kick are Brandon Feminester, number 3, and Dan Chisna, number 4. We'll have to see if this kickoff isn't like the very first kickoff, which was a horrible kickoff. Just have to turn the kick. It's a little bit of a short kick as they run it out. Looks like this one's not going to be ran back for a touchdown, though, as they take it out to the 28-yard line.
Just to go into more of what we've seen on special teams in this game, we had a kick out of bounds on Downingtown's first kickoff. We had a kick that actually had a good return that then turned into a fumble. Then we had a kickoff return for a touchdown. We had a punt where the ball was kneeled on the punt before the punt even occurred. So we really are seeing everything. And for those of you offense lovers out there, you get a chance to see something right now.
Yeah. Andrew Hudson, the quarterback, number 18, he's bringing his team out with Riley Angeline, the person that we have been talking about all afternoon, as he gets the ball straight up the middle with a little bit of room to run, which is very surprising. He's been their only true offense that's been consistent the whole game, is running straight up the middle of the defense.
Yeah, on that play, he goes over 100 total yards rushing, and it's 11:25 left in the third quarter. So he's having a good night, but we've seen him come out of the game a lot just to get a breather. But then again, it's a cold night. Get some carries later on in the game.
As we see Angeline, we'll have to go with the spot of the ball. We'll have to see if it's a first down or not here.
Angeline.
Looks like they're lining up for a third down. It's about a third down in inches here. We'll have to see if Ryan Fay, the up back, gets the ball here. It looks like Angeline takes it up the middle, and it looks like he's got a first down out to the outside with room to run. Out to the Whippets 44-yard line. What a big run by Ryan Angeline. Ryan Schmidt on the tackle there, saving the touchdown, it looks like.
You saw Elijah Tinson to the outside getting blocked, although I think Angeline didn't want to risk the possibility of him getting free, so we tried to cut it back inside, but Schmidt there to make the tackle and keep it from being an even bigger play.
As we see a muff snap here, and it looks like he didn't grab the ball. The Whippets get the ball. Shown by the referee, the Whippets get the ball on the Cougars' 42-yard line. What a play. Keith Connor missing, grabbing the ball there on the slide down.
Yeah, Connor tried to recover it, but he wasn't able to do so. I mean, you just got to fall on the ball there. Don't worry about getting any yards. We've seen this before tonight. Downingtown East driving down the field, but then a snap, having a fumble. They had a fumble on a quarterback keeper earlier. So Downingtown West, we said for them to be successful, they just needed to hold on to the ball, play their game. There's a reason why Downingtown East has struggled this year. West may be undersized, but they're doing everything they need to do to win.
Yeah, as we see Nick Pagel back out there. What a big play. Another big play for the Whippets, number 21, Jimmy DeSantis. Huge play down to the 20.
DeSantis just showing great speed there on that play. And again, feeding off the momentum of the turnover. If Downingtown West can go down there and score after they missed the extra point, it's only a 1-score game right now. If they can go down there and just get a field goal, make it a 2-score game, it's really going to get in the head of the Cougar players because they're thinking, guys, what are we doing here? We've already given up 2 scores. We're not even that far into the half.
Nick Pagel holds on to the ball himself for a gain of 3 yards there. Now they're in the red zone. Back to your previous comment, if Downingtown East gets down, they're a predominant running team. Their quarterback, not much experience and not the best arm. So it's going to be hard for them to move the ball quickly and score quickly and to stop the Whippets on offense who's been moving.
Although we did see Angeline with one really big touchdown run, but the problem is he's not going to be on the field every play. As we see the reverse again, this time a lot more successes. This time the ball goes to Derek Boyer. We saw him have great ability to catch the ball. There he's showing his running ability as he's going to get the first down.
Yeah, first down inside the 10. Now it's a 1st and goal on the 7-yard line. Just underneath 9.5 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
We see some rally towels going in the pound right now. They're ready to cheer for another touchdown.
And it looks like
there.
DeSantis take it inside the 5-yard line.
Nice run there. He was stopped by a couple Cougars, but he
and
had a big run
like
after, but it's a fumble.
Not to cut you off there. Downingtown East got the ball from Downingtown West. Not completely sure what happened right there. But the referee is showing Downingtown East ball. What a big play to take momentum away.
Coach Milano's out on the field asking what happened there, but he's walking off right now. So I guess it was a fumble at the end of the play. I didn't see the ball come out, but again, talk about the momentum shift. Downingtown East is about to be thinking we're going to be down by 2 scores possibly the way Downingtown West has moved the ball, but we actually saw that on the initial turnover of the game. East turned it over, and then West couldn't do anything with it.
Yeah, this is the 2nd time that Downingtown East has pinned against their end zone. We'll have to see if Angeline can get the ball out of the end zone again this time. With a little bit of room to run. Takes it out to the 6-yard line. Angeline still having that huge night tonight.
And Angeline just pushing guys out of the way. They're fighting for every yard he can get. I mean, the Angeline
guys in midair there.
Oh yeah, Riley Angeline, 6'3", 221, and he's the smaller of the Angelines on this team. Now that's saying something.
As he's lined up in the backfield again. But a couple of Whippets back there to meet him in the backfield as he's met for about a 2-yard loss. Brandon Myers, the first one there to make that tackle.
Nice job lowering his shoulder and making the hit. That's good, tough football right there.
Tackling the way you are supposed to tackle. So players do not get injured. As that brings up a 3rd and 7, though.
Yeah, you know, Greg, you said tackling the right way. It's funny, all these professional athletes saying, oh, we couldn't hit him the way we wanted to. You can see a guy at the high school level doing it the right way.
So you see Hudson underneath center, hand it to the up back, Fay, who takes it. We'll have to go with the spot. It looks like they got a 1st down there.
Oh, the refs are definitely going to be moving the chains on that one. It looked like he caught the Whippets off guard. They were expecting the ball to come to the outside. Luckily, they had a guy there to make the tackle. It wasn't an even bigger play, but nice gain there. 1st down Cougars.
Line up in the offset eye. Hudson takes the ball back. Goes into the shotgun. Throwing it deep. Underthrown. But the wide receiver played defensive back there. Dan Chisna played defensive back pretty much for the Downingtown East Cougars. The Whippets defender, Kyle Goodrich, there almost had the interception, but he dropped it.
I mean, it was perfectly thrown to him, and the ball just came out at the last second. You can see him just trying to hold on there, but the ball just slipped out of his fingers. Missed opportunities.
As we see Angeline with a big hole out to the left-hand side with people just chasing.
Just look at the swing of plays there, Greg. It's almost going to be 1st down, Downingtown West, and then it turns into a big gain right after that next play, Downingtown East. That's the 2nd time tonight we've seen West possibly getting a big play. We saw that on the deep Hail Mary pass that just out of the reach. So Downingtown East, again, only down by 1 score. Great opportunity to just keep the momentum alive, get some points.
And they're just killing time off this clock. If they can score and just kill time, it's going to be great momentum for them. Angeline taking it up the middle. has plenty of running room out to the 46-yard line, it looks like. What a big play by Angeline.
Yeah, taken down by Ryan Schmidt, but again, another first down.
Yep. Riley Angeline having a big night tonight against his rival. He's a senior tonight. This will be the last time that he's going to be facing Downingtown West, and he's proven it tonight as Connor comes in now. But they hand it to the up back Fay for about a 6.5-yard gain. Fay is another running back. He's another senior as well, so this will be the last night he faces his arch rival Downingtown West.
Yeah,
now that they're lined up in the opponent territory on the 49-yard line, it'll be a 2nd and 5 here for the Downingtown East Cougars.
Yeah, if you're one of these players, if this is your last battle of the Brandywine, you definitely want to leave with the victory. That way you can have bragging rights the rest of your life.
And it looks like Fay just jumped over everybody. He almost jumped over everyone for a gain of 3 yards there. And he'll bring up a 3rd and 2.
It's 3rd down and 2.
And Greg, it's not just the last battle of the Brandywine for these Downingtown East players. It's their last home game because they're not making the playoffs. They're at Henderson next week, so they want to show these fans a win in their final games.
Rachel Connor gets the ball off the left hand, bounces off the left hand side for the first down at the 41-yard line of the Whippets.
Now, this is not the first time tonight we've seen the Cougars march the ball down the field. This is where in the past drives to the next play or two here that we've seen a turnover. Coach Matta has got to be stressing ball security to his players right now.
That's definitely so, as Andrew Hudson is lined up underneath center here. Everybody up on the line. Nice fake. Looks like he's going deep and almost a nice catch there by the tight end, but a little bit overthrown as he almost takes out the opposing kicker's fence.
Yeah, that was almost a dangerous play as he got caught up in the net, but as we said, this is a East team that does not like to throw the ball too much. Their quarterback doesn't always have the best accuracy.
Yeah, in recent years they had people like Lauletta throwing the ball great, and now we see Angela just overpowering defenders, taking it up, making a 3rd and short instead of a 3rd and long now.
Yeah, we were talking in the first half how we were thinking maybe Angeline was hurt, but we found out it was just they were saving him for the second half, and you can see why. He's got fresh legs against these Downingtown West players that are tired after going the entire first half.
So hand it off to Angeline again. Just finding that little empty space for another first down at the 20-yard line. They're moving the ball here. Already down by a touchdown, and Angeline's moving it nice and slowly. As Connor comes into the game and Angeline comes out for a nice breather. It's a great pleasure that the Downingtown East has 2 running backs, even really a 3rd one if you add in Fay, who can move the ball. Hudson lines up in the pistol offense with Connor right behind him. Hands it off to Connor for a no gain there. Brings up a 2nd and 10.
Looks like he almost lost a yard there on that play. So Downingtown West could say, hey, we actually got a negative play against this Cougar offense, as this entire drive has just been the Cougars running the ball right down the middle of the field.
But now Angeline comes back in, and he's going to look to gain all that yardage back and then some. And he has a huge hole again, but it looks like the Whippets cover it well quickly.
Several Whippet players there on the tackle. The primary hit being made by Jason Borowski.
It'll be 3rd and 9.
It'll be a 3rd and long here with just over 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
I got to think this is 2-down territory. It's kind of a long kick for a cold night.
Wide open receiver for the touchdown. And that's the up back Ryan Fay for a big touchdown for Downingtown East Cougars. Completely wide open there, Mikey.
Yeah, I don't know how you leave a receiver that wide open. I mean, he was there the entire play. I think Hudson had to take a minute to think, am I really seeing a player this open? And again, these special teams coming into play here is Downingtown West getting the extra point blocked where they took the opening kick for the second half back for a touchdown. So now the Cougars, if they make this, it's a tie ball game.
And it's through the uprights. It's a tie ball game. Just underneath 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
And these Cougar fans, especially the Cougar Den, is fired up right now because Downingtown East really has not played the best of football games. They've turned the ball over. They've had some special teams issues. It's a tie ball game. They're the 4-4. They're the team with 4 wins that isn't making the playoffs. Downingtown West is the team that comes with us on the 5-game winning streak. As you can see, the pound is a little quiet right now. Again, 14-14, 3:56 left in the third quarter. Plenty of football left to be played. But Downingtown East fans are fired up.
Yeah, this is setting up to be a great fourth quarter here at Kottmeyer Stadium. We're broadcasting you live on 3ctvlive.com. Go ahead, like us on Facebook. Check the website out. Check out our previous games. Tell us what you think about it. Kottmeyer Stadium. We're bringing you a great game here tonight with just underneath 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Downingtown East Cougars just got a 29-yard pass touchdown. Hudson to Fay, the up back. We're looking for a deep kick here. Hopefully no return compared to last time.
And that kick is not going to count as there is a flag on the play. It looks like false start or illegal procedure, what have you, on Downingtown East as they tried the little pooch kick.
Yeah, it looks like they were just trying not to get a big kickoff return.
And Greg, you mentioned businesses. If you want to advertise with 3ctvlive.com, Chestmont Game of the Week, you can go to 3ctvlive.com or you can call 610-306-9492. That's 610-306-9492. Find out what sponsorship package works out best for you.
As we see another pooch kick here. Oh, and the returner should have just tried to let it go out of bounds there. They wouldn't gain too much more yardage off of it.
Yeah, I guess he wanted to try and play the hero, maybe catch that and get a couple more yards. They didn't really lose much. They're still going to have good field position to start this drive. And this is a drive where if they don't score here, Downingtown East is going to get the chance to take the lead. So Coach Milano is definitely going to want to try and impart to his players the importance of getting some points here, even if it's just a field goal.
And Coach Mata is just looking at from, let's just get the ball back, and we just let our running game take time off the clock and let the Whippets have no time to try and score again if they can. As they take the ball right at the middle for only a 2-yard gain there. Wasn't the greatest run by Braden Harper, but it looks like
he's actually down right now.
As we see the Whippet medical staff come out. We're going to send you out to a commercial right now as the injured player is down on the field. We'll be right back with you.
At United Way, we believe that poverty, lack of quality education, and poor health is preventable. In education, United Way of Chester County helps at-risk youth achieve school success. We support programs that prepare students to succeed in elementary school and later grades, engage young adults to successfully transition from school to work life, and build the capacity of parents and caregivers. And in healthy living, United Way of Chester County helps people overcome obstacles to good health and independent living. We support basic health coverage and preventable care that helps children, seniors, and disabled residents live a productive and socially active life. And in financial independence, United Way of Chester County helps families break the cycle of poverty. We fund programs that can help people develop basic skills to achieve greater financial stability through increased financial literacy and access to affordable housing.
And you just missed just a short yardage gain for the Whippets, and that brings up a 3rd and 7 yard. They ran it right up the middle. Throw it out to the outside. What a big hit. Laid on by Kevin DeFrancis. What a big hit. Oh, wide receiver Colin Zablaski.
That was one of those hits where it just made me go, oh, because that was such a big hit there on that play. It wasn't going to be enough for the first down anyway, but when you see a hit like that, that just kind of makes you, stand up and recognize you just saw a great play.
And that is what Coach Mata was looking for, a 3 and out there. With just 2.5 minutes left on the clock, as Riley Angeline calls for the fair catch there. Now Coach Matter brings his hot offense back out into the field, hoping just for a slow offensive movement with a running back down the field, take some time off the clock, put hopefully a touchdown on the board, and take it into the fourth quarter with a lead maybe.
Yeah, I mean, this is a little bit different though, the way it was looking like it was going to be after the opening kickoff. But Downingtown East has stayed in this, and Downingtown West is undefeated in Chestmont. Coatesville is undefeated in Chestmont, leads 28-7 against Westchester East. So Downingtown West trying to keep up pace.
As we see Riley Angeline just trying to make something out of nothing there, but he still loses about a yard there.
The Dog Pound making some noise, trying to get their defense fired up, show them they're still supporting them. Again, these are two great fan bases. When it was just Downingtown Area School District, it was one great fan base. We now have East and West, both teams showing their school pride.
As we see Hudson lined up in the pistol offense, handing it to Angeline, still though, going right at the middle for a nice chunk of yards. Taking it for about a 4 to 5 yard gain. It's going to bring up a 3rd and long at 3rd and 7. Coach Mato is just hoping to get this first down here. So you see one of his other coaches just calling into the place to Hudson, hopefully to try and get this ball moving down the field for a first down. So hand it off to Angeline.
I mean, it seems like on every play he has an initial 4 or 5 yards of space to run before the West defense has anybody there.
Yeah, with his size and speed, with that 4 yard cushion, he can pick up first downs just like that by just overpowering the defenders. As we said earlier in this football game, Downingtown West is the smaller team than Downingtown East. But Downingtown West is just overpowering as they give it to the up-back Faye, who just pushes somebody over and gains a nice 4 yard gain.
Again, we were talking about how in every game Downingtown West has been, the smaller team, but they've won 5 games in a row. They've found ways to get around that. And the first half of this game and the first drive of this game, second half, they've shown that they can survive. As we see a flag on the plays, looks like Downingtown East is going to back themselves up.
Looks like a false start there on the offense, backing them up a couple of yards as that makes this second down even longer now.
But the way Angeline's shown he's been able to run the ball here this half, I mean, can get almost all that back in one play.
It's definitely true. As they hand it off to Angeline, straight up the middle, but a good play by Eric Stanko. What a good play by him, coming off the end of the line, running all the way around to get the tackle.
He's had a nice night tonight. He's made a couple of tackles and just great pursuit. He came from the other side of the field to make that play. So showing a little bit of speed there. Again, the team as a whole is undersized and not very fast, but they do have some very talented athletes.
Yeah, as we see Hudson line up underneath center in that I formation. They hand it to Angeline again on this long third down, and he doesn't have that 4 yard cushion.
And again, Eric Stanko, one of 2 whippet players there to make the tackle.
And that brings up a long fourth down. It looks like they're sending out the punting team. As the other Angeline, Riley Angeline, will be punting off the ball. But that will be the end of the fourth quarter here. Third quarter. That was a good third quarter for Downingtown East. Downingtown West started out strong with a huge kickoff return and then a fumble recovery, but then Downingtown East just got the ball. And we're going to send you off to commercial, and we'll see you back here in a minute.
Many people know Chester County to be an exciting and vibrant community, and it truly is. But here is just a glimpse of what some people are facing.
You may be surprised to know that in our county, over 600 people slept in shelters or on the street last night, and hundreds more live in substandard, overcrowded homes.
Did you know that 30% of all school-aged children in our community are overweight or obese?
Students who can't read on grade level by 3rd grade are 4 times less likely to graduate by 19 than a child who does read proficiently by that time. 1 in 7 4th graders in Chester County do not read at a proficient level.
Did you know that in last year, 3,200 women and dependent children received services at the Domestic Violence Center of Chester County?
United Way of Chester County funds programs that can help. Our caring supporters have allowed us to be the proud funder of hundreds of programs, providing solutions for those in need.
And we're back now for the start of the fourth quarter as Riley Angeline goes to punt the ball. Pretty good punt with decent hang time as the ball takes a Cougar bounce.
Yeah, Kerry Angeline with the good kick. Nice job there on that play. He is the bigger of the two Angeline brothers. And it's interesting, one of them's number 9, one of them's number 6, so sometimes their jersey's upside down in the wash. Don't know whose is whose.
And oddly enough, even though Kerry is the taller one, he is also a younger one by 2 years, as Riley is a senior and Kerry is a sophomore. But now this is going to be, can Nick Pagel take his team down the field, take time off the clock, score a touchdown?
I think Coach Milano would just be happy for points right now, be it quick or slow. He just wants this lead back. He's trying to make the playoffs.
And it's an interception off the hands of Derek Boyer. What a great interception by Kevin DeStanzo. What a big turn of events here. Now Downingtown East is set up in the Whippets.
Yeah, for you Downingtown East fans that maybe weren't as into the team this year because they aren't making the playoffs while West still has a chance and you were down at halftime. You got something to be excited about right now is you're still trying to play spoiler, still got a chance. Now you got a great chance to take the lead.
Yeah, they're definitely playing spoiler here because next week they're going up against Coatesville, Downingtown West is, and that is not an easy task either. That used to be their rivals as well. Hudson rolls out to his right, throwing back for Angeline, and it's incomplete. Angeline being double covered there, but Hudson still had a nice little second there.
Just to get back to that interception for a minute, he had his man wide open, put a little bit too much on it. We saw some balls hanging tonight. So missed opportunities are the key. Now Downingtown East is trying to take advantage of the opportunity they have with great field position.
As they hand the ball off to Connor, takes it up the middle for a nice chunk of change, bringing up third down and about 4.
Keith Connor's had a nice night tonight. I mean, Angeline's been the main guy, but Coach Matta has 2 backs that he likes, and you can see why.
Keith Connor.
And he also has the up back, Faye, who... But Connor gets the ball again here on the third down. It looks like they're going to be short of that first down. We're going to have to see if they want to be solid in the kicking game as well.
They have the decision that Downingtown West had to make at the end of the first half. Do you go for the 3? It's not a guarantee from what we've seen tonight on special teams. Looks like they're going to go for it. I mean, they got the big guy, Angeline, that could do it, or they have Faye, the up back.
They hand it to Angeline, who gets the first down and a couple more yards. Great play by him, juking the defender.
As we see one very excited Downingtown East fan standing up and aggressively signaling first down. These Cougar fans are fired up.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
And they line up in that offset eye again. Hudson under center and Angeline in the backfield. Nice play action pass there. Throwing it to the other Angeline brother, Kerry Angeline, with the Superman showing for a touchdown with 10.5 minutes left in the first half. Kerry Angeline for his first touchdown of the game. Mikey, what do you think of that play right there?
You know, we were saying earlier we didn't know when we were going to see Kerry Angeline get the ball more. He has such a great height advantage, and there was a man covering him there, but such a big height advantage, you're never really covered. And can an extra point get made? And it is, so Downingtown East now leads 21-7. And if you watch the kickoff to start the second half, you're thinking, 21-14. As we saw a couple point swings there, as Downingtown East, came out to start the second half, was thinking, all right, guys, we're still right in this, but they gave up a touchdown right away on the kickoff, but they blocked the extra point, then they answer with 2 scores. Coach Milano is now the one trying to tell his team, guys, we're still in this game. Or was Coach Madden in the first half trying to make his players think they're in it? Again, trying to play the spoiler are the Cougars. The Whippets, you can see the Pound trying to get fired up, trying to get their team back in this game.
Yeah, the Pound is definitely trying to pump up his team, as Coach Milano was talking to his team as well. We've already seen a kickoff return for a touchdown here, but I have a notion that Mata will not be kicking to that player right now, and it'll probably be another pooch kick here, as he has not been very strong in the kicking game. As you see Coach Mata right there on your screen. We're getting ready for the kickoff here by Drew Brennan. Although they do kick it deep, but an up man gets the ball, and he gets stopped right at the 25-yard line. What a big play by Kevin DeFrancis.
Yeah, it was not a pooch kick, but it also wasn't all the way back to the deep man. And that's pretty much what you're looking for, is to allow little to no return. So Downingtown West, again, not horrible field position, but the 25 is a lot different than allowing a touchdown.
Very true. Now Coach Milano has to try and calm down his quarterback, Nick Pagel, who has to drive down this team to score a touchdown quickly so they can get the score. They have 10.5 minutes left. They try with a nice end around, trying to get that corner, but it doesn't look like Downingtown East will let him.
Yeah, Barr went in motion on that play, ran to the complete opposite side of the field, but not able to do much there. Molesky really hasn't had the biggest of nights. Barr, we've only seen a couple of times. We've seen them be semi-successful in the passing game, but overall they've not been extremely consistent. I mean, their first touchdown was because of the fact that they were inside the 5-yard line, and then they also had a special teams touchdown. So the offense really needs to get it going for the Whippets.
There he chose. Nick Pagel calls his own number again as he goes straight up the middle for a nice pickup. We'll have to see if it'll be a first down, and they're showing first down.
Pagel's been the most consistent offense they've had running the ball. He's caught his own number several times. I'm reminded of one play in the first half where it was a zone read, and he pulled the ball at the very last second and got a first down run.
On the 35-yard line.
Now the Whippets are going to try and move the ball down the field. Just rolled underneath, 10 minutes left to go in the game. They have plenty of time to score, and they want to try and leave Downingtown East with no time left on the clock. As we see Barr with another end around, and he breaks free. What a big game. And a touchdown-saving tackle by Kevin DeStefano.
Yeah, DeStefano, a fantastic job there. Didn't know if he was going to go for the touchdown, but that's the thing, is if a bad play is going against you, you just got to stay in it and not make it a horrible play. So a lot of momentum there for the Whippets on that play, but Downingtown East still has the lead.
Downingtown East still has the lead, and their defense has been a little bit better than the Whippets' defense. Pagel's holding on to the ball again. He's thrown to his favorite target, Boyer, who gets free inside the 5-yard line. What a big play by Boyer.
And that time the ball was right there. It wasn't floated in there. It wasn't just too far. Boyer did a nice job looking it into his hands. He wasn't trying to make a play before he made the catch. And Downingtown West right back in this, inside the 5-yard line. First and goal at the 3.
They're on the 3-yard line with just over 9 minutes left to go in the game. Pagel lines up in the shotgun. DeSantis in the backfield. Barr takes the handoff, going to the outside, trying to take defenders with him, but he's stopped just short. It'll be
Barr
about second and
Beamster in on the tackle.
6 inches until the touchdown.
Molesky is the primary back, but he hasn't been as successful as we've seen him in the past this season, but Barr's had a very nice drive.
It looks like Pagel calls his own number. Even fake me out there a little bit. Going to the outside for the touchdown.
Yeah, we heard some Downingtown East fans cheering as they thought that the running back was stopped on that play. But again, the zone read, you can pull that ball out at any time, and it's touchdown Downingtown West. Pagel is second run of the night. And now the Whippets are trying to tie this ball game up. But they're going to have to call a timeout as they couldn't get the right personnel on the field there. I don't know if it was going to be a too many men penalty, but the Whippets not sure what's going on there. Their last extra point was blocked, so their special teams coach is going to need to work on some stuff before the Coatesville game next week. But right now they're worried about getting the win in the Battle of the Brandywine.
That's very true. As we see Coach Mata talking to his players again with his special teams coach, trying to get this special teams on the field.
Downingtown
Maybe they can block another one, keep this lead going.
7 plays in a minute 30
Yeah, both
seconds.
teams have shown the ability to score quick. Granted, Downingtown West was a special teams play and then a play from inside the 4. But Downingtown East was able to get a really big touchdown run. But we've also seen both teams play field position, move the ball around.
The touchdown kickoff return was Thomas Mattioni.
And then we have the correction on the kickoff return for the touchdown. It's actually Thomas Mattioni, who's the backup quarterback. Also happens to be my neighbor. I know he used to play baseball when I was a kid. Now he's playing football, doing very big things. I know his parents, Dave and Lisa, are very proud of that return.
And that touchdown right there was Pagle's second running touchdown. He has both of the team's running touchdown. As we see, the kick is good. Looks like they were trying to get right into the kicker right there, but it looks like they're not going to get the flag.
Yeah, Downingtown West wanting the flag there for maybe a little unnecessary roughness after the play, but they got the extra point, so it's now a tie game, and this is pretty much what we were hoping to see when we knew this game was coming up on our schedule. This game is always tough no matter what the records are. Again, Downingtown East cannot make the playoffs. Downingtown West needs to win 1 out of their next 2 games, and as you can see, 8:50 left on the clock. It's a tie game. It's anybody's ball game.
Yeah, that's very true. But this is playing into the hands of Downingtown East. They're going to get the ball. They have a running offense. They're going to take their time to go down the field and hopefully get some points on the board to get this win and spoil Downingtown West hopes as they're going to go into Coatesville next week for Downingtown West, trying to get into the playoffs. We'll have to see what kind of kickoff it is here. Hopefully it's not out of bounds again.
Yeah, don't really know what to expect to see since we've seen so much happen in this game on special teams. Maybe we'll just see a regular kickoff return.
Downingtown East will be facing Westchester Henderson next week as well for their final game of the season. And a nice little squib kick right at the middle. Downingtown East takes the ball to about the 37-yard line. So no chance to return there. Just about 8 3/4 left to go in the 4th quarter. We want to thank you again for watching us on 3CTVLive.com. Check us out on Facebook, like our page. Tell us what you think about the game. Give us a post. Maybe we can do a shout out before the game ends. As we see Hudson come back out on the field.
Yeah, shout out to Downingtown West alum Joe Good watching this game. He's hoping to see his Whippets get the W tonight.
As we see Ryan Fay taking up the middle for about a 5-yard gain there.
Football gave Hale in the tackle.
About 8.5 left to go in
the 2nd down.
And again,
4th quarter.
Angeline just running the ball up the middle. He's not as successful on that play, but we've seen all game he's able to get the tough yards when he needs it. And Greg, you were talking about liking this game on Facebook or going to 3CTVLive.com. This game will be archived, so if you missed any of it, if you missed the kickoff return to start the second half, you can rewatch that play. You can, this game will be archived for the future.
Angeline takes up the middle for another 1st down. What a big play by Angeline again. Saying his name or his brother's name all night long on the offensive side.
You say Angeline, you're probably going to be right.
We see another 1st down here. Just rolling underneath. 8 minutes left to go in the 1st quarter. Nice pickup by Angeline for the block in. Tight end, the big tight end, out Coyle Nicholas.
At 6'5", he's not even the biggest guy playing wide receiver or tight end on this team, but first time we've called his name all night, and that's a nice gain on the play.
As we see Hudson line up underneath center again. Angeline in the backfield. Gets the ball straight up the middle, hops over some defenders, holds onto that ball. As we see a lot of the Whippets are going at that ball, trying to get another fumble. As that brings up a 2nd and 5 here.
This seems like the type of game right now where it might just be, what mistake costs you? Is it going to be a turnover? Is it going to be a missed tackle? Is it going to be a penalty? As Angeline, though, keeps running the ball up the middle, getting those tough yards. It could also be whoever gets the ball last.
Yeah, as we saw there, Angeline made that move right at the line of scrimmage where a member of the Whippets team was right at his feet, but he made that nice little juke move to gain a couple more yards. Now it's 3rd and 2. Faye goes out to the outside. Connor in the backfield. Going for the hard count. Have to see if Connor gets the ball here, and he does. And he has a nice chunk of right there. Going for that first down.
Taken out on that play by Leon Williams. Again, making the nice tackle to avoid it being a bigger play, but still enough for the first down. And Coach Matt is just going to be happy his team keeps moving the ball down. They are the underdogs coming into this game, despite the fact they're the home team.
As Connor gets the ball again with a big hole up the middle again. And it looks like it's another first down for the Downingtown East Cougars.
And these Cougar fans, I mean, they can feel the momentum. They can feel that their team is possibly going to score again.
As Angeline checks back into the football game, Faye moves out to the outside again. Have to see if it'll be another run outside. They do the same play that they got the first down on a couple plays ago.
Leon Williams again really hadn't said his name much of the night. Now twice in 3 plays he's making the tackle. Again, going low on a bigger back is a lot easier. You can, stop the momentum. It's hard to keep your legs churning if your legs have been taken out.
As we see, now comes up to a 2nd and long. Goes in the throw.
He's going to call the flag there for pass interference. I kind of thought it was incidental contact, but the ref was the one right there to make that call. But maybe he was, swayed just by the fact that he saw a guy go down in the end zone. But what's your thought on that play, Greg?
I wasn't completely sure if the defender had his arm on him or not.
Again, could not see the right arm. The ref was there to make the call, so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt on that play.
And it looks like it was just holding on the defense because it does bring up a 2nd down instead of a 1st down. That pass interference would. Angeline gets the ball straight up the middle. Overpowering defenders for the touchdown. Angeline for a 5-yard touchdown score. What do you think of that play, Mikey?
Good hard running like he's done all night up the middle. We talked about in the past, a lot of teams in Chessmont are not very successful running the ball up the middle because they don't have bigger backs, but Angeline and his brother, both big, able to get the tough yards.
And now we're going to have to see if they can be solid in the kicking game. There is 5.5 minutes left to go in this 4th quarter. That's plenty of time for the Whippets to score again, as the extra point is good. Now they lead by 7. We'll have to see if they can score again. What a great play by them on that right there by Angeline for a 5-yard run.
Downingtown East fan yell, kick it out of bounds because he doesn't want to see another return. And, that is a thought you have to consider. Do you do the pooch kick? Do you just kick it short? Do you kick it out of bounds? You don't want to risk giving up points right after your team just marched down the field, but
the best part about getting that touchdown there, though, now they force the Whippets to get a touchdown no matter what.
And also, if Downingtown West is able to march down the field, it's 5:38 left in the 4th quarter. They still have plenty of time to go down the field and do something. They have all 3 timeouts. Downingtown West used a timeout before an extra point.
Yeah, so this drive can be the telltale sign for the rest of the game. If Downingtown West gets stopped here, the game is almost over. With the powerful running of Angeline and Faye, they can get a first down. Here's a deep kick, though, but the up man takes it again. And he gets met by Keith Cotter. What a big hit by a running back.
And he looked uneasy with the ball as soon as he got that, as he almost ran into his teammate. Then he kind of looked up, saw he had nobody blocking to his right, went to the left, but again, nobody there. Not horrible field position, but again, considering if their D-back would have gotten that, you'd like to think he could have gotten a better return.
Very true. Now we have to see if the senior Nick Pagel can lead his team with a comeback victory here in the 4th quarter. They have to go 76 yards as he calls his own number. And if he didn't get dragged down from behind, that could have been a very big game.
Brody Wilson. Nice job there again. Just grabbing onto anything he can to make that tackle.
Peggle had some blockers in front, plenty of grass to go with nobody in sight. Could have been an easy score or at least a big play.
Again, 5 yards, not a bad game, but considering what it could have been.
Peggle calls his own number again.
Exact same play. Running back in motion, faking the handoff, taking it himself, running up the middle. Not enough. Looks like it's not going to be enough for the first down, although the refs are checking it. I have to see the spot. They're going to call in the measurement.
Yeah, it'll either be a first down here or a third and short, as we see the Cougar den here.
But also the Pound was getting a little fired up there too, so both student sections trying to show their allegiance to their team.
As we see the Cougar den was trying to fire up their defense. Either way, this will be a big third down here, or it could be a first down. With just underneath 4 and 3/4 left to go in the game.
And he's got it. The initial spot, I thought it was going to be short, but it's going to be a first down for the Whippets.
It'll be 1st and 10 now for West on the 34.
Now Downingtown West has to try and get something moving here. So it'll be a first down, but the clock is ticking. The Whippets have to get moving here, or they have to get their passing game in motion. So line for a pass. Throws it out wide though, but nice catch. Nice catch by Jake Barr.
Yeah, Barr just catching that pass, getting whatever yards he could. He was tripped up a little bit, but Pagel always keeping his eye, on what's going on around him. He looked like he was going to take it himself at first.
You see Jake Barr getting the handoff now for a 3rd and 1 now instead.
I don't know if Molesky got hurt or if he just, Barr gives him a little bit something different and they liked what he's been able to do. He had a huge run earlier.
Peggle in the backfield calling his own number again for a first down and a big play. Here goes Peggle. But he gets caught at the 10-yard line. What a
Kevin
touchdown.
DeFrancis, great job there staying in the play, but Pagel, we said he's been the most consistent runner all night.
What a touchdown-saving tackle by Kevin DeFrancis. Now it's 3.5 minutes left to go. They're waiting for the play. Kevin Peggle almost had Nick Peggle, sorry, almost had the touchdown there. He lines up in the shotgun again. You have to be thinking that he's going to call his own number here soon. As he hands off to Jake Barr, going on the outside, gain goes down to about the 3-yard line.
It looks like the spot's going to be 3.5, 4-yard line. So Downingtown West with a 2nd and goal. It's very manageable to goal-to-go situation.
Very true. As they line up in the I formation with
2nd and goal.
With Jake Barr in the I.
Looks like DeSantis with the carry there. So it's going to be a 3rd and about 2. I mean, obviously this is a situation where it's going to be 2-down territory. So does Pagel call his own number? I'd be surprised to see them pass unless it's like a play action and it's a play that they know they're not going to, they're going to have a wide open guy on. But
yeah, but even with the play action, Downingtown East has been good against the pass, and they've been suspect against a quarterback running. So we'll have to see what Peggle does here. As he calls his own number, and he's in for the touchdown. Nick Peggle for a 2-yard touchdown score.
And I guess some of the West fans did not see the initial call of a touchdown because that roar came a couple seconds after the initial call. And Greg, we've talked about it all night. The kicking game, what's going to happen here? They had one blocked already. They had one where they had a bad snap. And yet again, it's Downingtown West calling a timeout before an extra point. Do they maybe want to go for it? Do they want to give themselves the lead? I mean, they need the win, so I mean, do they give themselves the lead? And then if they don't get it, they still maybe have a chance to get the ball back, although now they've lost themselves with one timeout. So maybe Coach Milano's going for the win, or maybe since they've had some issues, he wants to talk to his guys and just say, look, here's your job, here's your job, here's your job. Either way, this is probably the best, most exciting, and most entertaining Battle of the Brandywine I've ever seen. We've been here for 3C TV Live the last couple years covering it. I came to some just as a fan, and this has been a fantastic game.
Yeah, as an outsider looking at this game is big. And even though Downingtown East has no chance for the playoffs, they're showing that does not matter to them. They want to win this game to ruin Downingtown West's chances. Coach Milano taking his time here with the timeout. You have to be wondering, is he actually going for the 2 here? He's taking his good old time. And it looks like they're lining up for the 2-point conversion here. This is a big moment of the game right now. Just 2 minutes left to go. This can either be for the win or the loss. Wide open guy. Downingtown West Whippets with the 2-point conversion. What a big play in this game. Coach Milano making that great call there. That gutsy call as well. Now Coach Milano has to calm down his players. He has 2 minutes to just get a field goal at the least. And he has all of his timeouts. He has a lot of time.
Greg, I mean, we said as soon as the timeout was called, that's a possibility. They need the win. They don't want to give Downingtown East 2 minutes to just march down the field and kick that field goal for the win. They want to give themselves the chance that if they can get the stop, they're going to get out of here and get that win they need to make the playoffs.
Now we're going to have to see what Milano has up his sleeve for his defense, because his defense has not been able to stop them on the offensive side. As we see Brandon Themester and Dan Chisna back to return the kick. So far tonight, they haven't even really been able to return kicks so far. The ball hasn't gotten that far. Now, Downingtown West, that took a lot of guts. Here's the kickoff. Dan Chisna looking for a big return here. Taking it to the 35-yard line.
Did that ball come out? We're going to have to see what the call is. We're hearing whistles, but we're not seeing anybody pointing. But we saw several players, including some fans, pointing. They think that it's Downingtown West football, but the ref is ruling Downingtown East. As you hear some boos from the west sideline. I did not see the ball come out, but maybe that was just wishful thinking.
Very true. As we see Riley Angeline, his brother, Kerry Angeline.
There's going to be too many men on the field. It looks like it's going to be on Downingtown West as we see number 59, Mike Withka, running off the field late, but it actually is just a sideline warning. It was just a substitution, but you could hear some, there was some confusion there on the West players.
As we see the referees chatting about what's going on.
And you can see the Downingtown coaches yelling as to what's going on over there. I think they got that all sorted out now. So it's, again, 29-28. Downingtown West leads, 2:04 left in the game.
This is a great game right now in high school sports. Riley Angeline just taking the team on his back with a big run. He has some open space, taking it to the Whippets territory, taking it down to the 35-yard line. Mikey, what do you think about that play?
I mean, if you're a Downingtown West fan, you're thinking, we just took the lead. We just, got them not the best, decent field position. Then there's a sideline warning, got them thrown off a little bit. Angeline just a run up the middle. Looks like it's going to be maybe a 6-7 yard game, but he keeps his legs going. But still, defense needs to step up here. They can still get a stop, maybe force another turnover.
As they hand it off to Faye, who bounces off a tackler and just taking players down with him for another first down.
And again, the clock stops for the first down.
First down.
And they line up in the pistol offense again with Riley Angeline in the backfield. We see a flag down in the field. And it's false start on the offense. And the Whippet sideline goes crazy. They finally get a stop, but it's by the referees. It's a minute 38 left on the clock. Downingtown East Cougars definitely have to get some points on the board. We'll have to see what happens here.
Again, every yard is important here.
Angela with a great move and a nice cutback, making something out of nothing.
Just juke move after juke move. The initial guy unable to make the tackle, but he made two more guys miss, and that's just great running.
As Downingtown East takes a timeout, Anjon with a great juke move, as you just said right there.
And it's kind of interesting to hear some Downingtown East fans yelling at the scoreboard operator, as it's the same crew that does it for both East and West. There is no bias here, so if those of you watching at home thinking, wait, did that climb move an extra second there? They're the home team in this game. Both teams use the same stadium every year. They alternate, so it's a little weird. You know, West next week will be in their home locker room, but this week they're over there on the other side of the field. Their fans are on the other side of the field.
Yeah, that is a great thing about Kottmeyer Stadium. Even though it's East versus West, it's still Downingtown versus Downingtown. Even though Downingtown East is a little bit farther away. Still something to think about as it brings up a 2nd and 10. He gained back the penalty yardage with a minute 19 left to go in his fourth quarter here. And with them only being up by a point, there's no chance really of overtime here. We'll have a winner and a loser here in the next minute 19.
Again, both teams' fans getting in the game. You can hear the pound making noise.
Angeli with a big hole at the middle, taking it for a 3rd and 1.
And as this clock keeps on going, you have to wonder if Coach Milano is wondering if the first time they called a timeout before an extra point, if they wish they wouldn't have done that there.
Angeline's just fighting for that first down, but it looks like he's going to lose a yard.
Do they go for the field goal and the possibility for the win, or do they go for the 4th down? I mean, it's not the easiest of kicks, especially in cold weather. I'm leaning towards he's going to go for it, but you don't know. I mean, this is exciting football, Greg.
This is especially exciting football. It really comes down to how much faith does Coach Mata have in his kicker.
Well, also, you know, how much faith does he have in his offensive line? Because Riley Angeline's been able to get the tough yards all night, although he did it on that play, losing a yard. But, I mean, this is huge. I mean, this could possibly be Downingtown West's season, because next week they go to Coatesville. And, yes, they're also undefeated in Chestmont, you know, at this moment. But Coatesville also made it to the state championship last year, and they look like they might do it again. So if Downingtown West can get a stop here, you know, they're in the playoffs. Next week they still want the win. They want to try and win the division. But it's not going to matter as much. For Coach Milano, you know, send the message of no matter what they're doing, we got to stop them.
And it looks like they're coming out for the field goal. This is going to be huge for Downingtown East. The field goal is up, and he missed it. He missed it. And that will be the ball game. We still have some time on the clock, but all Downingtown West will do is just knee the ball down the field. What a miss. Mikey, what do you think of that play right there?
I mean, we really have seen it all in special teams tonight. I honestly don't even know what to say, just because this is a special teams lover's dream, what all we've seen tonight. And for Downingtown West, you can hear their fans going nuts. They know that after just a couple of kneels, they're back in the playoffs.
What a game this has been. And now Coach Milano is just using his final timeout so his players can calm down off the extreme high of that miss of the field goal. And what that miss will mean is now Coach Milano has tied up the all-time record at 5-5. And next season, when this game is played, then they'll find out who will take the lead again. What a big play
Next week,
called by Coach Milano
Downingtown East will
on that
be at
two-point conversion. That took guts, and he got it.
West will be home against Coatesville.
Yeah, huge play right there for Downingtown West. You know, they were down at one point in this game, but they fought back. Downingtown East, I mean, this is just the kind of season that they've had.
And now Downingtown West is lined up in the victory formation. Kneel down the ball. They're going to have to do it at least one more time here. Mikey, this game has been one of the best football games that we have got to watch here on 3CTVLive.com. What did you think of this game that really set apart this game from every other game?
I mean, what it really was that, you know, Downingtown West just had the bounces go their way, and it was just they stayed in every play. When they had the bad snap on the extra point, they were able to, you know, convert it into a two-point conversion. Again, Greg, as we see the time run off the clock, Coach Mata is not going to call a timeout, and you can just hear the jubilation in the fan section for Downingtown West. The pound is going nuts. We see the two teams shaking hand on the field. I mean, they are rivals, but a lot of these players are friends. But Downingtown West are the victors, and they are going to the playoffs.
What a game this has been. Downingtown West barely got out with a win. And right now we're going to send you off for a nice commercial break, but stick around for the post-game interview of the winning coach, Milano. We're going to try and get to talk to him, but here's a commercial break just for a brief.
Many people know Chester County to be an exciting and vibrant community, and it truly is. But here's just a glimpse of what some people are facing.
You may be surprised to know that in our county, over 600 people slept in shelters or on the street last night, and hundreds more live in substandard, overcrowded homes.
Did you know that 30% of all school-aged children in our community are overweight or obese?
Students who can't read on grade level by 3rd grade are 4 times less likely to graduate by 19 than a child who does read proficiently by that time. 1 in 7 4th graders in Chester County do not read at a proficient level.
Did you know that in last year, 3,200 women and dependent children received services at the Domestic Violence Center of Chester County?
United Way of Chester County funds programs that can help. Our caring supporters have allowed us to be the proud funder of hundreds of programs, providing solutions for those in need.
Looking to advertise your business? Well, 3CTVLive.com would like to welcome you, the business community, to advertise on our Game of the Week Chessmont League for 3CTVLive.com. Please contact Al Ray Johnson of 3CTV Live at 610-306-9492. Again, 3CTVLive.com welcomes the business community to advertise live on Game of the Week Chessmont League.
At United Way, we believe that poverty, lack of quality education, and poor health is preventable. In education, United Way of Chester County helps at-risk youth achieve school success. We support programs that prepare students to succeed in elementary school and later grades, engage young adults to successfully transition from school to work life, and build the capacity of parents and caregivers. And in healthy living, United Way of Chester County helps people overcome obstacles to good health and independent living. We support basic health coverage and preventable care that helps children, seniors, and disabled residents live a productive and socially active life. And in financial independence, United Way of Chester County helps families break the cycle of poverty. We fund programs that can help people develop basic skills to achieve greater financial stability through increased financial literacy and access to affordable housing.
As the Whippets win the Battle of the Brandywine for 2013.
Mikey, I know you love talking about special teams, but what do you think about this game here? What really stuck out to you?
What stuck out to me was Downingtown West just coming out to start the second half, knowing that they have an opportunity to do something great with this game and get into the playoff. They run it back for a touchdown. Saw them at the end of the game when they knew that if they could get a stop on the field goal, they were going to the playoffs. They were able to. It wasn't just a missed field goal; it was a block. So they came out, did what they needed to do. They were down at points. They had trouble stopping Angeline, but they made the plays they needed to make. I mean, they got an advantage when there was the punt where the puncher's knee Angeline was down inside the 5, but they converted with the touchdown. As you can see, Coach Milano right there, talking to his very happy players because they're back in the playoffs and they've won the Battle of the Brandywine, as you said, evening the series back up at 5.
Yeah, they have evened up the series so far. They got that win that will push them into the playoffs. Now they have to go up against Coatesville next week. Hopefully a win that will, this is 6 in a row. They're going to try and make it 7 in a row against Coatesville. What do they have to improve in order to make it better?
What they need to do is they need to have better ball security because they did have some turnovers tonight. They need to, be more consistent with the passing game because they did have some opportunities that they did lead out there. I mean, we saw a Hail Mary pass that went just too far. We saw an interception, which really should have been an easy pass completion.
Yeah. There have been a whole bunch of plays tonight that they need to improve on. But Nick Pagel definitely has to be the player of the game. 3 touchdown runs. He didn't really do too much with his arm tonight, but he had 3 touchdown runs. Then he had that big completion for the second extra point that they got tonight, which was huge for them. What do you think of Nick Pagel tonight? What do you think of his performance?
I thought that Pagel really just, he had some issues with a couple of throws, but he really just was able to make some runs. He just did, a lot of improving, during the play. He had a couple plays where it looked like it was a broken play. He ran into his own running back and was able to still get a first down. He had a run up the middle where he fumbled. It was recovered by his teammate, but then he was still able to be successful as that drive progressed. So he did pretty much everything he needed to.
2013 season.
Yeah, this game is huge. Every single year, this game is a big rivalry. We saw this year, Downingtown East has not been the competitor that we all expected them to be, but they still showed up for this game. What do you think of Downingtown East's future, especially with Riley Angeline leaving after this year?
I think both teams have some bright spots. Both teams are going to be, trying to find that next star player. And this is a Downingtown East team that, as we've talked about, has had great quarterbacks. Hudson could get there. They are losing one Angeline, but they still have another big one. So if he, can fine-tune his skills as a wide receiver, he'll be successful for this team. Coach Matt is a great coach. Coach Milano is a great coach.
This has been a great game here. We're going to send you down to Amber for the interview.
As soon as he says go, we'll go. As he says go. Standing here with winning Coach Milano. Congratulations, Coach. What an amazing game. Definitely worth standing out in the cold for. 7-2, I understand, correct?
Yes, we are. Yeah, we are. We have overtime loss. It would be 8-1. I'm proud of my guys.
Wonderful. What do you owe it to, the offense or defense?
Oh, that was a team win. I mean, we're outmatched size-wise by about 50 pounds a man across the D front. My kids battled and battled and battled and made them make a decision at the end to kick a field goal, and we win the game. It's awesome.
Well, I know they're extremely excited for the win. Moving forward, what do you think you need to do to maintain in the playoffs?
I'm not worried about the playoffs right now. What time is it? 9:30? I'm worried about making 10 o'clock. That's all I'm worried about.
I know that's right. Again, congratulations, Coach, for this wonderful big win. Again, this is Amber Little reporting for 3CTVLive.com.
Thank you, Amber. That was a great interview with the winning coach, Coach Milano. And this is Greg Hall here, broadcasting in Kottmeyer Stadium. Mikey Dunn, last thoughts?
Last thoughts. Look forward to the Battle of the Brandywine every year. This year was by far the best edition I have ever witnessed. So I was glad we were able to bring it live to you on 3CTVLive.com. And again, this game is going to be archived so you can rewatch it.
And this is Greg Hall with Mikey Dunn here, just signing off. Have a great night and a great weekend.